Woo! Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. I gotta get my guy Corey out of the passport spot. I'm sorry, bro. You don't have your visa. You don't need a visa, bro. But this criminal in the lower right does. That's for sure. Welcome to American Waffle episode 80. We were talking in the back. We've been doing this for like a year and a half, and I wonder where my life has gone, where the time has gone. How much time in our lives, like collectively, RSM? Let's think about this. Let's deep this. Have we listened to Vader gaslight us? Like, you put all the time together. Isn't that nuts?
It's probably lifetimes, maybe even eons, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Wait. Bro, TJ, your life is better now that we know each other.
I mean, you bring a lot of entertainment to my life. Let's just say that. A lot of emotion. I'm able to express a lot of emotion due to your takes. You know.
There's a lot of balance that I need to bring. The fact that I'm also Canadian, you get a different perspective, right? You're able to see life, see the football world through a different lens, right? I'm here for all of you. RSM, Corey, Ahmed, the guys that aren't here right now. I'm here to bring you guys balance. So I like the time spent together. I love these Mondays.
Oh, I love you know what? I love him. I love him too. Marshall will be joining us here shortly, and Jacob hopefully will as well. Big up everybody. Make sure you're smashing the likes. And why don't you guys redirect to me?
I wasn't live.
No,
I wasn't
Oh,
live.
I think Jake. Wasn't Jacob live? Wasn't Jacob live?
Yeah, Jacob might have redirected to me. Oh, big up Jacob anyway. Big up everybody inside. If you're listening, smash the likes. If you're away from your keyboard, smash the like and comment on the video a little bit later, and then we'll get yeah. We'll get into it. Victor GYOKERES, everybody. Victor GYOKERES. Hit that clap. Hit that freaking audience. Woo! Victor GYOKERES. This close.
I don't know
close to a here we go. Oh, big up Aaron Talks Arsenal. My G, and there's still a lot of issues with our football club, namely that Mikel Arteta is still the manager. But getting Victor GYOKERES in is a fantastic get. I'm over the moon about it, but we still got work to do. Aaron, big up, you freaking legend. We got to get this guy on here at some point. This guy's hilarious. But Vader, you were gaslighting me backstage, saying that it's a great move. Are you? No, you're not saying that seriously. You're not.
I am
you're
saying
being
it seriously.
so sarcastic.
He's literally smirking. He's
smirking
smirking
right now, bro.
Yo, Vader, you cheesing like a motherfucker right now. Obviously.
Yeah, dude. Look at this guy.
But it's only because I don't understand why me saying that would be gaslighting or disingenuous.
It's because he has Holland at home. He's about a little bro. That's what he's gonna do.
No. I'm not.
He has the better. He has the better. He has the
literally
better
laughing as
Scandinavian.
you say it. Come on, bro.
No, you know what's funny is because like when you guys, before I get a chance to speak, you guys do your whole gaslighting and you guys project. RSM in particular, he projects what's on his mind that he thinks I'm gonna say.
So what do I gaslight people about? Let me know.
Yeah, no, you gaslight them saying what I'm gonna say. Now listen, this is amazing signing, TJ. Come on now,
It is.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying backstage. It is a great signing. Now, I know the Arsenal fan base are different. Y'all are different. Y'all expect things like that. Y'all are often looking over, seeing what the neighbors are doing, and be like, Liverpool, they've already signed so and so. City have already signed so and so. What are we doing at our club, right? And I was telling a lot of you guys just to relax, chill, wait until July 1st. Wait until you guys don't need to move like that. We had to kind of move like that because of the season we had, which was a lot worse than yours, the season that we had with regards to going into Club World Cup. So the whole like, hey, we need to make moves. Now, Arsenal have been doing good business for a while now. And I'm not gassing. You guys have been doing good business, but like all clubs, you missed like the final signing, like that final piece, right? We had it over at City a couple seasons. We went without a 9, right? Couple seasons we had the makeshift left back. You guys, unfortunately,
this guy's such an asshole. He's saying this and he still won the title. Like,
thank you. I was about to say that, by the way.
I think Vader just loves a backhanded compliment too much.
Dude, that was
No, bro. I'm telling you, Vader's doing the struggle gimmick. You know.
No, sorry, I'm not doing.
He's trying to do the. He's trying to do. I also went without it yet, but you also won the league. So who cares, brother?
We didn't have a striker.
Okay,
go ahead. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Because all clubs, right? We can argue about the greatest club, the winningest club in England. Liverpool for many years haven't always had final pieces, right? Clubs will sometimes have to make moves without that final piece. We'll have to try and make do, and you fall short. I'm not one to poo-poo on you guys finishing second. That ain't easy to do. I know it's obviously winning is what you want, but at the same time, to be in the mix like that ain't easy. So the fact that you went out and got this striker, I think is huge. And obviously we won't really talk about it. It doesn't need to be talked about, but a player that has departed you, I don't think that really weakens you that much.
Nope. I agree.
Okay, see, again, Vader being balanced here. I think you guys are better than what you were last season. I don't think you have the injury woes that you had last season. And everyone is one more season more mature, one more season more aware of each other. And I think you guys kick on. It's going to be a fight. I'm not going to say you guys are favorites or anything like that, but you guys have not fallen off, and you guys should be in the title chase to be fighting for this. And we'll see what happens as the remaining transfer window goes. But there's no gassing, guys. And anyone that wants to put added pressure on Arsenal, like they want to put more pressure on Arsenal than they would actually want to put pressure on Liverpool, ignore them.
Well, isn't it the exact same pressure that Arsenal's had, though? Like, I don't think anything.
If anything, ours is more.
What?
That's what I would say. What? Yes, bro. How many times, bro? This is about to be year 4 of us challenging, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like
we're 1 second place finish away from Buffalo Bills territory, bro.
Like, is that true?
Yes.
Yo, wait. He's not. That's okay. That's actually nasty, TJ. You must. That's nasty. That's actually so nasty.
No. I can't do it, man.
You can't do the Bills. No, you can't. You can't.
I can't do the Bills. My heart actually can't take it.
Yes, you can. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, but I think there's definitely more pressure on us to win the league next year than Liverpool is. They just won it the year before.
Well, the thing is, no. Vader, I'll say this. Vader, hold up. The pressure.
Talking about being favorites to win the league.
Favorites. We're nowhere near. Okay, that's the case.
No. I mean, GYOKERES doesn't close the gap that Liverpool already had, and then made up even more by getting Wirtz, right? By fixing their fullback situation. But no, I think that GYOKERES is a good signing for you guys. I think you finally got a striker. I think I have my questions just because of the league. And I think I would, but what I will say, what I will say though, I think is if one of the biggest questions I had on GYOKERES, right, is in the Arsenal team, GYOKERES needs a lot of central progression. Arsenal don't progress the ball centrally a lot. However, if you do end up getting Eze, then that problem gets alleviated when you play Eze. You shouldn't play Eze on the wings. He should be in the middle, and he'll fix that issue. I think it's a good signing regardless, though.
I think the reason that we go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like I think a big positive regardless is that you finally just have somebody to bench Havertz, bro. No matter what, like you have somebody there so where he doesn't have to play anymore. And you guys don't understand. I mean, as a child, I'm telling you, when he's not there anymore, you're like, oh, okay, right. Like this is what it could. Like you guys need to understand that the reason why so many people were willing to didn't absolutely kill Nicholas Jackson immediately is because we came from Havertz, right? Like you guys, people need to realize the depths of hell from which we came to where we were accepting Jackson for a bit. So all I'm saying is you guys,
a lot of you were accepting Jackson until January.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be, like I said, I think if you guys do get Eze, I think the central progression issue gets fixed. I do think it's going to be interesting in terms of, and we already spoke about this, what the midfield layout is going to be. But I think regardless of that midfield layout, I think GYOKERES should be absolutely dining on the soccer crosses into the box that nobody was on the end of last season.
Well, and that's exactly, I think we will start producing more centrally because he takes pressure off of Odegaard. He is a danger man that will take pressure off of Odegaard. Odegaard always goes out to the wing because he's forced to the wing, and then he's forced to pass to Saka, or he was forced to pass back to Rice or whoever was playing the six that game. I'm just more. I'm really optimistic. As long as we can get somebody on the left, as long as we can get somebody on the left that can take more pressure off of the wings in the center of the field, then we can cook.
Nice.
Mikel Arteta, as much as
TJ is back. Let's go.
As much as I hate Mikel Arteta, the one thing that he does is he can play free flowing football if he's given the space, and we're not constantly getting slammed by a low block.
I think
we're gonna open it up a little bit more. I really do.
I completely agree, bro.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Corey.
Yes, bro. Nah, and this guy wonders why.
Corey. You know when you build somebody up, you hype them up because you know they're gonna fail. I know Vader's game. I've been there before, bro.
Vader. That's what I'm talking
like you,
about.
No, bro. It's like you're in PE. Hold up, no. I'm telling you, Corey, you're in PE. You give the guy the ball at the 3-point. He's completely free. You know he's gonna brick it. Everybody knows he's gonna brick it, but they hype him up anyway. They're like, "Oh, bro, you got this. This is your shot. This is your time to shine." Brick. You know it's gonna brick, and then when he bricks it, everybody laughs. That's what Vader's
anybody who
right
brings
now.
up Madueke in the chat is at risk of getting timed out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm being
hold up. I'm not gonna bring it up, but all I'm saying is just
Corey's
clearly a missing piece, bro. No, there's the missing piece on the left, guys. It's on the way. Don't worry.
No,
it's on the way.
Wow.
Take him out. Take him out.
Put him in jail.
Come.
Oh, you know
come.
what? And that's, I want to. That's the perfect segue to toss it over to my man Ahmed over here. Madueke Nation, right? R.I.P. Take us through your thoughts. First on Madueke, the Madueke links to Arsenal. I know you're devastated, Ahmed, and then maybe you can comment on what GYOKERES is going to bring to the Arsenal attack.
Big up to everyone that's here. They've been doing well. They've been for day today, first and foremost. I'm just gonna be let me just talk about GYOKERES first. You know, I am the guy that's gonna be very honest with you. You know, what I mean, I'm not here to be a dickhead, if that makes sense. Because
really,
that's not my style.
Really?
That's not your style.
That's not my style. And so I'm just gonna be honest with you. God. He is a walking, talking flop in action. Brutality. You know what I mean? That is what he literally is, in my personal opinion. I promise you, he's gonna flop at Arsenal. I'm just gonna. That's just my.
Yeah, just like he wasn't flopping.
Hold on, can I just ask why? Hold on, I just want to know the reason.
I just personally feel the way he plays does not suit you. Unless the manager is willing to change that, then he's gonna flop at your football club. Objectively speaking.
What does Madueke bring? What does Madueke bring to Chelsea? Because I don't watch Chelsea as much, obviously.
He brings amazing vibes. I would say he brings Ruby Rose to the bridge. I think Ruby Rose would be an excellent. I think Ruby Rose would be an excellent addition to the Emirates, bro. He does bring Riz, you know what I'm saying? Like he brings Ruby Rose, you feel me? Like I think this guy, he's gonna bring some hard fits to the team. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna pull up game day, some good fits, you feel me?
Okay.
I think this would be excellent vibes. What else? Let me see, and again, hold up, Arsenal, bro. He'll bring good fits. I was saying he'll bring good fits, good vibes. You feel me? He'll bring bad. Look, good fits, good vibes, bad bitches. What more do you want? Like excellent player.
I'm telling you,
50 million, bro. Like I think, bro. I think something else that's underrated about Madueke as well, right?
Comment, please.
Is I think Arsenal's one of Arsenal's most successful periods, right? Is when Arsenal had a lot of black players in the team, and I think Madueke could add to that. Really, I think Madueke could really add black excellence to Arsenal. Let's bring back black excellence to Arsenal, guys. Come on, who says no, bro? 50 M's on the table. Let's do it.
Yeah,
what the fuck am I hearing right now, bro?
Dude, most of our starting 11 our starting 11 is black. Like, how is black excellence already a thing?
But you can never have enough black excellence, TJ. Or would you say otherwise, TJ? Hold up, would you say otherwise, TJ?
MLK?
Would you say otherwise?
What is this? Bro's talking about the black excellence.
I'm gonna be very honest with you in regards to
Shots fired.
Madueke is a great driver of the ball, great 1v1. The question you got to ask yourself is he gonna improve in terms of decision making?
Probably not.
That's why I didn't want him.
And that's the question, really. And one thing I will say, he's going to Arsenal. You're going to be probably giving him a lot more money than we give him. We're only giving 50k a week. So thanks for that, guys. And
I've seen I've seen we're going to pay him like around similar amount.
There's no way you're going to pay him 50k a week, bro.
Okay, maybe not 50, but like he's not going to.
We paid Eddie and Kedia 100k. Don't put it past him. That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
Bro,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I put it past him.
But essentially, the one thing I will say about bringing Madueke, you know, maybe he'll like, make sure that the environment's a bit more friendlier. You know what I mean?
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? It's a bit more of a dictatorship over there, Arsenal.
Bro, his his game day playlist is fire, Corey. You gotta see his game day playlist, bro. It's really good, man.
I can't, bro.
I don't even think about it as a game day playlist per se. But you know what it's like at Arsenal, man. You know, everyone's like stressed about winning a trophy that they look continuously not winning. Maybe him having a bit of a laugh.
And you know what? Hold up, Ahmed. I didn't even peep this, but yo, Madueke joining Arsenal would also give them more European pedigree as well, which I think is going to be helpful for the club.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, that's nasty.
Here we go.
And listen, it helps you out too because
Conference League champions.
And also, like, if you look at it like this, man, you're getting one up on Tottenham. You're getting a player that left Tottenham. And
you're getting and according to a lot of people, you're getting Chelsea's best winger. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really you can't lose in this one. You can't lose on this one, Corey. I'm telling you right now. Like, this is
who is saying that Madueke is their best winger?
That makes this even worse.
Yeah. Think about it in terms of, like, the headband cells. I'm at the
That's what I'm telling you. Madueke 14 at the Emirates. Jersey sales off the charts, bro. You've never seen jersey sales like that, man.
He's number 4.
I'm telling you, bro. That's nah. This is you see. This should be a crime. This transfer should be a crime, bro.
But you got to back the manager. Arteta wants him. Arteta wants Madueke.
Man, back the lads. Back the manager, man.
Not happening.
Yeah, back
bro.
the manager. You got to back the manager on this one. Come on, man.
Madueke. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad
true.
Madueke's biggest fan just joined us.
No,
This
like,
is the
so
perfect time
Marshall. So, like,
time for you to join.
Chime
Marshall.
in. Speak about the positives of Madueke. I already spoke about the good vibes, right? The black excellence, the ruby rose of it all. So,
can you guys hear me? First of all, everything.
Yeah. We can. We
All
can.
right, word.
Big up Marco for the super chat, by the way.
Being sarcastic or being serious, but I will take it as serious. Listen, Madueke is going to attempt many dribbles. He's going to create chances for you guys. He will take a shot. He will be very aggressive, attacking minded. So he's not going to try to keep possession and all that stuff like Jadon Sancho was doing in our team. And he's got a really good left foot. So we've seen him curl in some really, really crazy shots from outside the box. If you play him on the right, but he's kind of, that's if he's a backup to Saka. If you play him on the left, that you might hinder him a bit. We've seen him be a little slow to the decision making, like a half second late, and that'll cause a lot of blocked shots and maybe a lot of failed dribble attempts. But there's a good player there. There is a good player there. It kind of sucks that if he does go to a team, it's going to be you guys.
Wait a minute. He sounds
I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles.
Damn.
No, Marshall, I'm in shambles. Like, when Havertz went, I was also in, equally as well. No, by the way, TJ, Marshall, TJ. Yes, no, he is. Marshall and I already had this discussion on this channel. He said, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, Marshall, how did you feel when Havertz went to Arsenal?
Yeah, no, he's right. Like,
that was my counterpoint. He said the exact same things about Havertz.
Wait, because you and I weren't working together yet. What?
He doesn't know the Marshall lore. He doesn't know the lore.
I don't know the lore. So you were upset that Havertz
not to speak.
Left your
club. I am in
yes.
Wow. Maybe Marshall should be in this photo.
Maybe we judged Ahmed too harshly. Maybe we judged Ahmed too harshly.
But I'm not in that photo, and that's the point.
One thing I will say, just go to Casual FC, the Havertz debate, and you can find out who was debating for Havertz and who was not debating for Havertz. That's what I have to say.
Hey, all I know is that we know the man that's
like
the
that.
I don't care about that. At the end of the day, man.
Target neutralized. Tango down.
What the hell? But yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I think Havertz for me, it was. I supported him when he was my team. Now I don't support him because he's not my team. Simple as that.
Obviously,
yeah. But well, listen.
Were you happy when he left though?
Yes, because I wanted him to leave.
I pop bottles, Corey.
I did pop Marshall as to why Havertz wasn't good enough anymore.
It's like me when Ketty
No, Corey. Not only that, it was for the price, by the way, as well. The price that y'all paid for Havertz.
Oh yeah, no.
The amount of laughing emojis I got from like Carefree Lewis, Joey, Like all these people that are just in
Not from me.
group chats with me, just laughing. Yeah, I didn't know who you were at the time, Marshall, but I'm sure I would have been on your side. I would have been like, you know what? You should have kept him. I'm still looking for that return
I
later.
will say though, in terms of all these signings that you guys are
110 million
talking
on
about,
my Wake Havertz. Thank you,
listen,
thank you, Arsenal.
I'm on the Ahmed boat when it comes
50 is
to
ridiculous,
Gyökeres.
No way they paying them.
Actually, I'm on the Ahmed boat when it comes to Gyökeres and Nani. Probably, I will say this though.
You're on the
one signing that will make a difference for you guys in terms of these players as well. It's going to be a new manager, because I'm going to be so real with you. As long as Arteta is managing, he is not going to let Nani have the liberties he needs to flourish in this. We saw what he's done to Martinelli.
I'm worried that he's going to do that to Gyökeres, to be honest with you.
And Gyökeres is going to
but
be
the player we need to platform correctly is Nani. Nani needs to be platformed
what's it
correctly.
called? Marshall, if you're
that's the
being
league
already,
winner right there.
Marshall, if you're being honest, before this summer even started, the team was already good enough to win like at least one major at this point. Like if we're being honest.
No, y'all should have beat Liverpool.
We were a couple
I know that's what
we were a couple of four decisions away from winning a
the
trophy.
team's already
That's on Arteta.
You could have been switched to manager, probably won something with the squad by now.
Yes,
100%.
right.
That's my whole point.
Arteta Invader doesn't like it.
I think Gyökeres under Arteta is just going to be another Havertz, and you're going to expect the same output.
Damn.
Not the same output. I'll tell you right now, the expectation.
He's not going to score more than 20 goals under Arteta. I'm telling you that right now.
So
if he's not scoring, more than 20 goals, he's basically giving you the same output as
him and Havertz. Like he could actually score 20 goals. Havertz has got no chance of doing that.
If Havertz can score 15 goals in a season, Gyökeres could get 25 under this manager.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you also,
well,
no, you're not. You guys, you got to remember.
Yeah.
You got to remember.
Explain it.
And this is not me. This is not me being Arteta in, by the way, because I'm not. I genuinely think that if he does not win a league with this squad, he's gone. I really do believe it, because we are now.
He leaves. He gets sacked.
He'll get sacked.
Either one does not matter.
I promise you, he's not getting sacked.
Will not.
He's not getting sacked.
The amount of money and the amount of time that we have put into this, if he doesn't get sacked for not winning a major this season, it's completely cooked.
You gave him a new contract.
I am willing.
Dude, we gave him a new contract, but we're also giving him marquee players. Like a lot of people, you're trying to sell me on Madueke. I don't agree. But Gyökeres and Zubimendi.
He also got Rice, bro. He got Rice.
Serious? He got Rice.
That was 100 M's.
And he's
even Havertz would have been a big gamble at the time.
Prime Gabriel.
I promise you,
Saka,
TJ.
like,
I promise you, TJ,
dude.
right now, yeah. I'm willing to bet anything, every single thing.
Betting is haram.
Right? Listen, I'm not Muslim, so who cares? But listen, you know what I mean? Again, listen, I want you to put this out there. I want you to understand this, yeah? I am willing to bet the house, every single penny that I own in my mortgage right now. You know what I mean? Everything on the line, yeah? Double or nothing. That Arteta is still going to be a manager next season.
No matter what, though. No matter what, though, right?
You're saying no matter what.
He's saying no matter what, yeah.
I'm saying this in terms of Gyökeres. If he comes into any other team but United, then and listen, I don't believe in the player. I think the player will flop no matter what he does, right?
Okay, so you don't believe in the player and you think
I don't believe in the player, but in the best case scenario, if he is actually a good striker that people think he is, any other team, 20 plus goals.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Then I'll ask the panel. I'll ask the panel the question. The amount of chances that our number 9s collectively, and I'm not just talking about Havertz. I'm talking about Moreno when he was in the 9. I'm talking about Jesus. I'm talking about Trossard. How many chances? How many fucking sitters did they miss that Gyökeres wouldn't? That's the difference.
As you said that, I've literally just gone through like my mini movie.
Dude, I don't want you to relive trauma. I don't want you to relive trauma, bro.
Again, TJ keeps talking
No, but
about,
like as you said, you're talking about the missed chances, bro. They just started replaying. Like there's that many.
Talking about,
it's a mini movie.
TJ keeps talking about chances that have been missed, and if you look at those chances that are missed, the striker you got is not one. Does not do those type of stuff. So what are we trying to do here?
What are you talking about?
I don't know why you guys.
He's scored over 90 goals in 2 seasons.
Can I try to ask an objective?
Again,
I want to hear what Vader has to say on this one.
No.
Yeah, go ahead, Vader. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Can I try and ask an objective one? And I'm not doing the whole agenda stuff. I'm not trying to add any extra pressure. But can the chat, or can we later on maybe geek out and go back and see, has there been a first entry into the league first year and they've hit 20 plus goals, like 25? Like is that customary? Should we be expecting that?
Like from outside the league? You're saying? From
Yeah, outside the league, coming in their first year, bang, they're hitting 20 plus goals in the league. Because I think we're trying to put something on.
Yeah, but Holland's a
this
freak.
league's been around for a very long time. I think we're trying to put something in the mix that isn't.
Bro,
really
I would sell my
thing
kidney
is-
for 20 goals out of this guy, and I think he'll do it.
But the thing is, like, I get what you're saying, right, Vader?
Okay.
But you make exceptions for players that are doing the amount of goal scoring that Holland did outside of the Prem.
Holland's not
what
normal.
Darwin Nunez was doing outside the Prem. What
Darwin didn't score.
GYOKERES.
What are we doing here?
Darwin was scoring a bunch of goals
No, he
outside
wasn't.
of the Prem. Yes, he was.
Outside of the Prem? Okay,
Yeah,
but we're
outside
talking.
the
I
Prem.
literally seen his stats.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's what I'm
14
saying.
and
Like
34 in one
when you
season.
have that
Two
kind of
seasons.
hype going into the Prem, then yeah, people expect you to score 20 plus goals.
No, I get the expectation, but
Yeah.
let's like, this is what I'm saying. Let's be balanced. I know everyone does the hype thing. Nunez was supposed to come in here and bang. He didn't. Holland did, but Holland wasn't normal. Holland came in and
Holland's
broke
a
the goal
freak.
scoring record, right?
Freak.
So realistically, we're talking about Arsenal getting a star player, and I think the player's going to cook career-wise at Arsenal, but I don't think he's going to hit the ground running 20 plus goals year one in the league.
So then what do you think he gets under 20? That's your under 20?
Yeah, I think he probably, if he gets plus 20, that's like a big season. But I think he gets under 20 in the league.
Are you sending Ahmed to jail, African cat? I need to know. I gotta know. Tell me.
So for the
Oh,
price,
scam Arsenal when I'm telling them that one of the guys is not good enough. I've been told you my way was good enough.
so obviously the wages aren't going to be a problem.
It's
it
just me,
seems.
put me
He's
in.
willing to cut his own wages, right? For the price that you're getting him, and he scored what 44 goals in 44 matches or some shit like that. What's the stat? I don't even know.
54 this year.
Okay, well
44
then just big up for the super super
So-
chat then. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
W.
When you're
It's like
when you're
90
looking
something,
at that,
bro.
when you're
W's
looking
in the
at
chat
that
for African
output,
cat.
when you're looking at that output and you're bringing him into the league, even in the first year, even if it was Osimhen, I expect you to score 20 plus goals. Because if you're scoring anything less than that, you're having the same season that Jackson had in his first season, and he costs half the price and has half the experience.
Okay.
So
let
it's-
me
you
put
set
it
the
like this
standard.
to you. Let
You
me
can
let me
get
put
that for year one. Hold on, Ahmed. But you could maybe get that type of output year one, but you're not gonna have the stinker like Jackson had in his second year. I think you're investing in a player that's really long term, but the first year expectation.
He's 27, right?
I think we're setting them up for failure to be like, you know, you need to
Gyökeres?
hit
Yeah,
this.
Gyökeres.
the problem that I think fundamentally though,
You got like 3 or 4
problem
years,
is-
bro.
The
You're good.
problem that you have with this bit is that I think is the price point, right?
Yes.
If you use a Jackson example again, or you know what, let me use another easy example other than Jackson, for example, right? Let's use Solanke for example, right?
He was
Solanke
already in the
obviously-
league.
No, but the reason why I'm using Solanke, you gotta understand it, right? He came,
All right,
he went from like obviously he scored 19 goals in the league. Obviously, let's just say that he was at Bournemouth, of course, right? But then he went to Tottenham, right? So
Yeah.
the standards for Solanke at that point, they bought him for 50 million. The same sort of number, 15 to 20 goals. He scored 19 goals, obviously that previous season. So again, within that range was what was expected for him at Spurs. The GYOKERES, you're now buying him for I think 70 to 80 years, somewhere around about that range. Might be a little bit less. I might be exaggerating, of course. But then people are telling you he scored 39 goals in the league. You know what I mean? He's done it back-to-back seasons. He's been playing really well, right? So therefore, yeah, you know, we should be giving him the standard of having being one of the top scorers in the Prem in his first season.
I see what you guys are doing. I think it's nasty work.
No, it's not even nasty work for me because the problem is this is not me putting pressure on him. This is the natural expectation that's going to be put on him by not really us, as rival fans. I don't even have that level of expectation for him. You know, I think he's going to flop anyway. But you know, the regular fan, that Arsenal fan, when we hear the stats, when you hear all this stuff, you're saying this is our top striker. It's our number one striker. This is basically like our Aubameyang. You've got him now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy is meant to be scoring us 20 plus goals a season. Obviously, I understand the point of view that obviously he may need time to obviously integrate into the team, which I do agree with a large extent because I don't think
Curry.
the way he
Big up
plays
Curry,
and stuff,
exactly.
But the problem is that's not in football. You don't have that luxury. when you do so much crazy stuff.
Wait, Lukaku was already in the league. What are we doing here?
No, this one he came to us. You know when
he came to us for 80
when
million.
the second time.
It was a record-breaking
Yeah,
signing.
but
The second
I
time.
get
Yeah, but he's
that.
already
But
been in the
he's been in the
league
league
before that.
prior. He'd been in the league prior. I'm asking the question for a player that's not been in the Prem. I get the price tag, everything inflates, but for a player that's not been in the Prem to come in and you guys are going to set the expectations 25 plus goals because we've seen 20 by other lesser.
I'm saying 20. I'm saying 20. I'm saying 20.
20.
I'd sell my kidney for 25 though.
20 goals. I'm just asking the question: when was the last time we saw a player outside the league year one hit the ground like that?
But that shouldn't matter, Vega. I'm sorry, Vega.
No, there's history in the league. It does matter. There's precedent.
The reason why I say it doesn't matter is because Arsenal are buying and expecting him to score that many goals.
Yep.
I get what you're expecting. Have we seen it in the league before? Is what I'm saying.
But Vader,
yes,
the question, honestly, Vader,
but is a great example of that, by the way.
Yeah. In the context of your question, well, considering the context, your question doesn't matter. You want to know why? Because they're buying this player right now.
Yeah.
What you say does not matter. No, I'm just kidding. But
no, it's all good.
In terms of the context, they're buying a striker, a position they've needed for 3 seasons now, 4 seasons now. Hold on, Vader. They're buying this because they want to win the league, and if he doesn't score the goals that they need, and if they don't win the league, then that's a failure of a signing because you're supposed to
for the first year, yes.
For the first year, even if he's coming from another team or another league, because the intention is you're buying him not for him to succeed next season. You're buying him to get you across the line this season.
Sorry, Marshall. I get that. I get that. I'm so used to having these ridiculous battles with RSM. The reason why I'm just saying, guys, let's try to step back a little bit because we've seen this league for a very long time. And the fact that someone in the chat had to say Diego Costa was the last time speaks to how difficult it really is. I get the pressure, I get the expectations, I get what Arsenal are trying to do, right? But it takes a freak season like we saw in Holland or even Diego that you want to bring up for it to actually hit. And look at Isak. Isak wasn't in the Prem, came to the Prem. He wasn't really like that, and now he's banging. I'm just saying, I get the pressure that we're all going to put on Arsenal, but when we look at it historically, chances are more that he's not going to hit the ground like that than he is. That's all I'm saying.
No. I mean, I agree with you this, by the way. So there's no, but the problem is, Arsenal fans are saying you must.
I get it. Yeah, I hear that.
Well, Arsenal fans have just seen, and I brought this up earlier. I'm going to say it again because I really need to hammer home the point. We've just seen so many missed chances that I don't think Gyökeres missed. Did he miss some sitters in the Portuguese league? Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, he did. But he is a more quality finisher than we have had at this club since Aubameyang. There's nobody better.
Tell him
since
again.
Aubameyang.
You know what?
So here's what I'm saying. So let me just finish my point. 20 goals is the expectation because we saw Kai Havertz get 15.
Okay.
So
yes.
How many did Marino go?
Dude,
how many
wait, I'm gonna actually.
Marino got like 5.
Arsenal fans, do you know?
No, I think he got like a little bit. I think he finished.
Do
with
you
like
know what this transfer reminds me of, boys? You know what transfer reminds me of? Lukaku's second season at Chelsea. That's what I'm going for. And if you know, you know. And the reason why I say that is because Arsenal, if you remember, much like Chelsea at the time, when we had Tuchel for his second season, we created so many chances, no striker to score it though. Lukaku came in, started scoring initially. And then we know after that, maybe. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That hater, bro.
Don't be surprised.
That
If
hater,
it smells it, if it looks it, if it hears it, then it is.
Don't be surprised if Arteta asks this guy to start dropping back to like a false 9 and create when it's not even his game.
He can't even play make.
If he does that,
he's finished, bro. He's finished.
That's on the manager.
That's what I'm saying.
But but guys, listen, you've seen the way Arteta plays. You know what he requires of a striker.
So
the guy's a dictator as a freaking manager.
So hold on. If he does hit the ground running, is Arteta going to get credit if he's a 20+ plus. Or
Depends on
20
how
goals plus?
depends on how he utilizes him. I think we were just getting into that. If he has him going out and playing outside of the profile of the player that got him 90 goals, then it's on Arteta. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're
No, if he
coaching
hits
a player
20, if he hits
that
the
does not
expectation.
drop back, I have to look at the style of play. I
No,
really
TJ.
I do,
What?
bro.
If he
I'm dead
hits
serious.
expectations, can't you be
I
like,
feel like you'll be able to give like Arteta credit like to an extent, like it. Like
You'll be
Yeah.
able to get,
doing that well.
but if he's having him drop back and ruin the profile of player that he is right now, that bags goals, then I'm gonna have something to say about it. That's all I'm saying. I think that it is possible for him in this system to get 20 goals, which is why I'm saying it,
I hear it.
because we've seen it happen before. I mean, and how many chances was Kai Havertz creating? Like, can you really remember him in the 9 dropping back? Like, the only person in the 9 that really linked up play was Gabriel Jesus.
Literally.
true.
Like, let's be real about it.
You're welcome.
Trossard never did it. Havertz
get
definitely
outta
didn't
here.
do it.
You're
Exactly,
welcome.
bro.
What?
Dude, he left 2 knees in North London. I feel really bad for the guy, honestly.
I actually
Yeah,
do,
that-
bro.
that
No, I
happened
actually
to
do
Europe,
because
not
like them
mine.
first 6 months, bro, he was literally our best player.
He was cooking.
Thank you. Yeah,
Dude.
I just said you're welcome.
Dude,
and
when
TJ
he
was
went,
like, come on.
when he bagged 3 in the preseason, I was buzzing against Sevilla. I was buzzing, bro. And he cooked in the first half and then blew his knee out. Yeah, brutal. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's a perfect segue. Talking about blown ACLs. Let's talk about blown chances at Gold Cups.
Yeah,
United
so-
States of America.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I knew this was coming.
Here we go.
I knew it was coming.
We'll save Chelsea. We'll save Chelsea in the semi towards the end.
But can we? But listen, can we actually
Are we not
objectively
going to talk about Man City?
Can we
Target.
not objectively? Can we talk objectively about the Gold Cup final? Can we just? I want us to talk objectively. The team was.
Let's talk amongst the Americans. Let's talk to the Americans.
The team was extremely depleted. Let's be real, yeah.
You know what? I'm putting the Americans on the top row. This is ridiculous.
Listen, none of the star players were playing that team.
No, let him go. I'm cooking his ass after.
Listen,
Just let him finish.
listen, none of the star players were actually playing.
'cause
No,
I'm
dude,
contemplating muting him.
you know what I mean? There's no obviously Adams did play obviously in the midfield, but he was shit if we're being honest. You know, poor for a guy that's playing for Bournemouth Football Club, which is kind of crazy. But listen, you played a very weak MLS team. You look at the Mexico team; they were playing their stars. You had Premier League players playing for them. It meant more for them.
Name them.
What do you mean? The midfield.
You're not about to tell me Raul Jimenez, by the
The
way. You're not about to tell me
midfielder
Raul
was-
Jimenez in
oh,
He's
2025.
gonna say
Lost
Raul
Wilson.
Jimenez and
He's about to
Alvarez.
say Raul
Listen,
Jimenez in 2025. He's about to tell me Raul Jimenez in 2025, bro.
Jimenez has got 10 goals in the league. What are you trying to do? He's got 10 goals in the league. Raul Jimenez scored 10 goals in the
Whoop-de
league.
fucking do.
That's
You know
João
what I mean?
Pedro numbers. Well done, man.
Listen, and another guy, shout out to him. One of my favorite midfielders, obviously. Sadly, didn't come to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Mr. Cable fan, Edson Alvarez as well. So listen,
It's an
I
Alvarez.
knew he was
is
gonna bring. I
dog
told you.
shit.
I told you he was
Alvarez
gonna
is
bring him
dog
up.
shit.
I told you he was gonna bring him up.
Ahmed.
How is this guy not in jail?
Some timeout. I just want you to
Then
understand.
fucking finish talking,
Oh,
all
TJ,
right? Because
I
you're just talking
cannot
a
believe
ton
you
of
did
shit.
this.
The
You made me
Mexican
watch
team-
Potchball
the Mexi-
to help
the
you out,
Mexican
and now you
team-
succumb me
the
to this guy's
Mexican team-
waffle.
Sorry,
The
dude.
Mexican
never
team,
forgive you.
He's on your channel all the
I
time.
will
Mexican
never
team-
fucking
Guys,
forgive you for this.
quality. The Mexican
Just let him.
team-
Just let him. No, just let him keep
Just
talking.
let him
I'm about to
go,
cook his
man.
ass. I'm finishing his shit.
Derby and striker. Put him to make magic from that. Huh? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
put his ass in jail. Put his ass in jail.
Yeah,
Put his
yeah.
ass in jail.
Thank you.
Yeah, just wrap that shit up.
TM,
Wrap that shit
you're
up.
the man.
Wrap that shit up.
And
Thank
Wrap that shit
Diego
up.
Luna.
Wrap that shit
Diego
up.
Luna's a fraud.
Wrap that shit up. Wrap that shit up. All right. Now, speaking objectively,
Glorious.
I'm gonna tell you why Ahmed needs to shut the fuck up. Respectfully, stick to your side of the pond. All right.
No,
Thanks,
no
bud.
respect.
What I'm gonna say is this.
No
No,
respect.
no, I'm not respecting this. No, I'm not respecting this. Ahmed, there's a guy in the Mexican midfield who doesn't have a picture on fucking FootMob. But you're telling me they played stars. Ahmed,
No
he
way,
doesn't
no
have
way.
a.
I
He's
gotta
a,
see
he
this.
he's not yet unlocked on FootMob. Ahmed, he's not unlocked on FootMob. But this is their stars, though. This is their stars. Sanchez is 27 playing for Cruz Azul. This is their star, though. Malagon is trash. He's just
I
bin
don't even
juice.
know these players.
He's bad. Alvarez, bro. I don't have words to say about Alvarez of how terrible he is. Just listen to West Ham fans speak about Edson Alvarez. He is bin juice. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Gallardo is 30. playing for
Gallardo
Toluca.
still plays?
Yes, this is a star team. The Ahmed is trying to
This
sell
team
me.
this team still has Ochoa in it, bro. What are we talking about?
Bro, no, hold on. Ready? No, it's not even done yet. Their manager, Javier Aguirre, has managed the Mexican team 3 separate times for a maximum of 1 year. He's never made it past 1 year with the Mexican national team. But this is the Mexican super team that I'm meant to be with. This is the worst Mexican national team I have seen in my entire lifetime. This Mexican team gets regularly beat by random Central American teams.
Shout out Guatemala, by the way.
They get beaten by teams that play baseball as the majority sport. And you're gonna sell me this Mexican super team. Brother, this is all, once again, down to Poch. And I'm gonna tell you why. This man says, oh, it was a depleted team. Because who in the right mind wants to play for Poch? Tell me. Who, it says, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out of my way to play for this manager. Poch doesn't inspire anybody. He's an uninspiring manager. He's an idiot, and when he talks, you realize it. And who wants to go to his ACL absolutely destroying training sessions? Who wants to do that?
It sounds like
I don't think the first. I don't think the first
Arteta with the blown hamstrings.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the first team players respect him. To be honest with you,
that's my whole point. They don't. That's why they don't show up. They don't care. They don't respect him. They don't want to play because they know that he's an idiot. Especially the ones who have played at the top level.
You know it's bad when they had more respect for that fucking Eeyore looking Greg Berhalter, bro. Like it's.
And my guy was beefing with players.
Hold up, and again, hold up, and again, every single corner against the U.S. men's national team looks like a penalty. It leads to a dangerous shot on target. That is literally what Poch did against Chelsea.
Alone out Arsenal set piece coach, bro.
No, but that's what Poch does. He doesn't teach them how to defend set pieces. He doesn't.
Well, John have a set piece coach when he was in charge?
No, he did, and he followed him to the U.S. men's national team, and they have the exact same weaknesses that Chelsea does. They're absolutely garbage. They have no idea going forward other than we're going to, as soon as the team gets the ball, we're going to press them like a dog. That's why people were hyping Gallagher. Because he doesn't want players who have a brain. He doesn't want players who are technical. He wants roadrunners with no game plan. You're just going to road run until something happens. That's his game plan. And for people to sit here and defend this, and that's Poch aside, some of these UN's men's national team players are soft. I don't know why people are afraid to say this. They are soft, bro. They're pony. They think that they're just going. I'll tell you. I don't know why people are afraid to say this. They think that by showing up, they are going to win every game because of the U.S. men's national team. And some of them play in big teams. Oh, I play in the Premier League. Oh, I play here. I do this. I'm in Europe. Who cares, brother? You're getting beat by people in like people in the Honduran league, brother. What does it matter? Real talk.
No, I agree. No,
so my point is, yes, the U.S. men's national team, right, does not have quality players. But you're not going to sell me that it was impossible, that they were up against a Mexican super team, that Javier Aguirre, who's been a mid-manager everywhere he's gone, it has set up a tactical master plan that nobody could overcome. The U.S. had more than enough chances to put the game away. But Poch has no idea how to profile the correct players to win games. He doesn't. When you look back at the team that he had at Spurs, it's criminal when you realize the level of players that he had in that team and won nothing. This brother played Messi as a CDM. I don't care what you're trying to tell me. he is the opposite of a tactical. He's a tactical liability to the teams that he manages.
Hey, yeah, remember, and not to get well said, RSM. I couldn't say it any better, but I remember.
No, you couldn't.
A certain amount. Thanks, Fader.
No, because you can put the accent on some of those names. You can't do that.
Shout out Guatemala.
True.
What we lost in the Gold Cup final and you lost to a small island nation, but we keep moving.
Canada is such a funny team, by the way.
I remember they are very funny. They are very funny,
bro. Like beat a team 6-0. Everybody's like they're walking to the final and they completely fall apart. It's so crazy.
That red card was so nasty. I really enjoyed that, to be honest.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Anyway. No. Getting back to the U.S. because even when we suck, we matter more than Canada.
True.
I recall a stream about a year ago when Poch was announced, And I called my boy Marshall. I was at the bar, actually. I remember this. And he just dropped it, by the way, in the chat, where we said this is a horrible move. He is not going to get what he needs out of these players. He's going to injure them. He's going to chase off the stars because they're afraid of how he trains. He's not a winner. That's the biggest thing. That's my biggest problem with him, is he is a fucking loser.
What?
Okay? This guy,
Facts.
he won with a
He's won a
PSG
league
team. He won with a PSG team that I could have coached to a freaking French league final or a French league title.
Bro, a mid player, a football manager could have coached the league a win.
Wait,
it's not difficult.
Didn't Tuchel finish second in Ligue 1?
No.
No. Who was it?
Him.
Oh no, you're thinking about
It wasn't Poch.
No, it was Poch. Leo won the league.
That's all my point.
It is Poch,
and look, you guys and all you guys saying, oh, well, it was MLS players. It was MLS players. Were we playing MLS players against fucking Panama? No, we weren't. We were playing our A guys. We had Kristen Polish shit, Mr. MAGA himself out there, taking a dump on the field. We had Anthony Robinson out there.
Bro, TJ, don't forget McKenny, though.
Hold on. You had Tyler Adams out there. He looked like he was the only one with a fucking
McKenny, bro.
He looked like he was the only one with a pulse. McKenny was brutal. You can tell these guys don't respect him. And that's the biggest problem. Because he's a loser. He's a loser. When you make Greg Berhalter look like a winner, you gotta go. I'm sorry. You gotta go. Marshall, go ahead. Sorry. I'm done. I knew I was gonna flip out. I knew it. This guy pisses me off so much. He makes it so I don't want to watch US men's football anymore. I don't want to watch it.
It's painful.
I'm going to say three things. One, Vader, I'm sorry I yelled at you. These fuckers piss me off. Okay? Like, I don't know who's pissing me off more. Jacob and his bruised up knees in the fucking chat for Poch's dick. Ahmed for the amount of gaslighting and fucking bantering he's doing, because I knew this was going to happen in the show. I fucking hate when... oh my God.
I knew
RSM
win or
for
lose.
stating the facts, because I didn't watch the game. I had no clue about it, and now that I know more details,
You're
it
better
makes
off
me
for
even
it.
madder. It makes me even madder now. So that's one. Sorry, Vader. Two.
Sorry, Vader.
Two.
It was Tuchel's year.
It wasn't.
Vader was collateral, bro.
No way.
That was the year he got sacked, and then Poch took over.
Yeah, so
the
he got
biggest
sacked
amount of
because
waffle
how
I think we've
poor he
ever
was
had
in the league.
But he bottled it. Poch bottled it.
I'll be right
He
back.
does in every single fucking thing he touches. He bottles it.
I'm just saying, Tuchel has some blame with that Ligue 1 win by Lille. We can't just put that all on Poch.
You know what? I'm already so pissed off. I'm not even gonna. Sure.
Okay.
Sure, Vader.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Sure.
Two.
Yeah, bro.
Get me fucking Brian Schmetzer. If you want to get, if you don't think you can get like a top class manager in the US, if you don't think you can get like the Allegris of the world or the Tuchels or whatever, you name the freaking whoever you want to name. At least go in within your own league. Look at Seattle Sounders. Get me Brian Schmetzer. Okay? I'll take that because he at least is better than Poch. And then thirdly, if you really want to know my opinion on this whole situation, the stream is in the chat. Go and watch this because I am not going over this again. I'm over this. I've been over it before it even started. So the only reason I'm even watching US is for TJ because I like TJ. And even then, that's abuse of friendship. So you know what? I'm done. I don't even want to watch him in the World Cup. Go England. Fuck off.
Whoa.
You know what the sad part is about this, Marshall? He's gonna be here for the World Cup next year.
He is.
Saddest part.
Cool. I could give less of a shit. We're gonna
The US is gonna get grouped, bro. It's gonna be absolutely
we're gonna get
peak.
grouped. We're gonna get grouped. I don't
We
care.
get grouped, it's finished, bro.
Bro, it's finished now. I'm ready for the LA riots to start again.
You know what's crazy?
We just finished rioting. We're gonna riot again because we lost to Mexico in a Gold Cup.
Bro, you know how
final.
crazy it is, bro? The fact that like the US is going to get bounced out in groups, bro.
Think about it, bro.
Like
they're hosting.
Think about it.
They're hosting, bro.
Match day 3, the US are knocked out of the group stage in Miami, bro.
And the worst part is this is supposed to be the best US generation of players ever, and they're going to be less successful than the previous generation.
My God.
I'll tell you, the previous generation was little tech, just all heart. It was all grit.
Bro, I've seen Hercules
This current generation
Gomez
is
dunk on Mexico, bro.
Brother,
Hercules Gomez.
I watched years of Michael Bradley in the US midfield. And somehow
Michael
this
Bradley,
midfielders are worse.
I've seen
That's what I'm telling you.
Johnson dunk.
This is what I was watching the US midfield. That brother, hold up, that brother had no
bald-headed.
tech,
Oh my
all
God.
heart, just bald head.
Straight, bro.
Just
He
egghead.
read the
That's
game
it.
well. RSM, don't do that. He read the game really well. He read
No,
the
but
game
that's what
well.
I'm saying. But in terms of actually, like, he read it was always with Michael Bradley. It was always a thing of like, okay, I see what you were going for, but the execution is not there. But bro,
Yeah, no, very
Bro,
well.
it's
No, but
just a
I'll
step
tell you-
behind. Bro, sometimes he was just a
Facts.
step behind. But, bro,
but they had heart. They had
No,
heart.
no,
They had
no.
heart, bro. They had heart. At least I could get behind that team, even if I knew that they would always make the US Mexico games competitive, bro. Those used to be primetime television, bro. The US Mexico games back in the day. Now we're subjected to this,
now,
bro. I'm subjected to a 34-year-old leading the line for Mexico.
Bro,
And
remember?
Poch
Bro,
coaching the US,
Patchy
man.
the,
I had to step
Patchy
away, but
the
I
pirate,
but
bro. Raul Jimenez, Patchy the pirate.
Yo,
bro.
TJ, you remember Michael Bradley, brother?
I had to step away. I had to step away for a minute, but Michael fucking Bradley ball, bro. And then you remember how electric that was in 2010. Holy shit,
Bro, I was
fucking
hype.
legend,
I was
bro.
hype as a kid.
It was
I never felt more
legendary.
American. I never felt more American, bro.
legendary.
It's so true, though.
Like
Was
I
that
get it, dude. That was my first World Cup.
I almost
that I really,
turned into a
really
fucking
watched.
bald eagle, bro. It was crazy.
That was my first World Cup that I really, really watched and paid attention to. You guys know I'm a newer fan.
Me too.
I was
a kid.
I was weeping. I was so happy. I couldn't
Michael
believe
Bradley
it.
made us believe in the American dream.
I was
bro.
hype.
Yeah,
He was your Hulk Hogan.
unbelievable.
He was our Hulk
No,
Hogan.
it was hype, bro.
Except
It was hype.
probably not
Absolute
racist.
scenes at that time. Bro, everything about that 2010 World Cup was peak. The music, the vibes, the US, bro. It was great. But now we're subjected to this, bro. Now we're a bounce out of the Copa America.
Now we're subjected-
Embarrassing as a host.
I mean,
as a host.
even remember. Sorry, I'm Secretary of Defense in 2014, bro. Like that was insane. It was
Bro.
like they played with passion. This is why I like
They had
listening to
grit.
Tim
It
Howard
was
and
grit.
Donovan because they actually gave a shit. Like they
Man,
cared.
they did.
These guys don't give a shit. Kristen
They sweat for the badge.
Kristen Pulisic does not give a shit about the U.S. men's national
He's
team.
pony.
He
He's
doesn't.
pony. He's pony.
And
his
he
dad
sucks.
and your dad a bitch too. Hold that. And your dad a bitch.
He's former
He
Chelsea.
deserves it.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro.
Big up
he's
Jenny.
super
Jenny
chills.
knows.
He's former
Jenny knows what's
Chelsea. What are you
going
guys doing?
I'm saying former Chelsea, bro. He not a legend. The fuck? Am I supposed to be on my knees for every
Yeah, do you
player
think-
that
do you think
once
you
played
win-
for Chelsea?
You
don't
still
know.
win the Champions League without Kristen Pulisic. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
No, I know. But I'm not just bro. But like, if everything
let's
he's done
not have
after
her.
for the U.S. men's national team, why am I gonna be happy about that? Like, why am I gonna be happy about that? That's a completely separate thing. Like, as an American, fuck you and your dad. How about that? As a
Damn.
Chelsea fan, thank you.
Wow.
Marshall, do you think that if we had our entire starting 11, we would have beaten Mexico? I agree. We can't beat Panama, and you expect us to beat Mexico?
Bro, yo,
Bro,
shout out
it's-
Sports Steve, bro. We
there's
got the
no-
Black Oiling up front.
Big up
That's what he calls
the
it.
jail
True.
cell, by the way. Big up the
That's
jail
what he
cell.
calls
That
it, bro.
was-
The Black Oiling.
That legit
Ridiculous.
was one of the worst striker performances I've seen of all time. That was a unmitigated disaster class. Poch
Bro,
watched
I'll
his
never-
brother for
bro, I'll
90
never
minutes
forget
and
match
didn't
day
sub him
one,
off.
bro. I'll never
I'll tell
get
you
match day
this.
one doing that watch along with Steve, bro. He called me Black Oiling the whole time. I was dying.
I'll tell you this because the
Big up
link is in
Jets.
the description if you want to know my opinions on this whole situation. I'll tell you this. The only hope, not even the description, the chat, sorry. The only hope, if it was a full strength team that United States had to beat Mexico, was Pulisic or Inshallah. That's literally what it is. There's no strategy. There's no tactics. It's just either Pulisic carries that team.
God, this
Or
this
nothing.
TM guy is my hero.
So that's literally all there is. Like and honestly, that's almost no different to what Berhalter had. So at that point, you should have just kept Berhalter until you found someone more suitable. And I didn't even want.
No, they
Berhalter.
just went. This is what happened.
Give me Brian Schmetzer. If you can't give me like a proper like good name coach because USMNT doesn't attract good coaches, fine. Go within the MLS, get Brian Schmetzer.
That's what it is, Marshall. The thing is, the directors listen to all the idiots who are like, get us a big name. We're a big national team. We have a ton of money. Get us a big name. Get us the biggest name on the market.
And I don't disagree with that, by the way.
So then they got. No, but that's the thing. But then they went, and I'm telling you, they went for just a big name with zero tactical analysis of what he would do for the team. Zero. It was just a name and the CV. That's it.
Yeah.
We need Jacob. We need Jacob on the stream.
Yeah, why? So he can disagree with us.
Jacob is too busy. Jacob is a bit too busy sitting in the corner chair with the sheet over his head.
Wait, Vader. I have a question for you. I'm being so serious. Who is currently your assistant manager?
I don't know.
All right. When you find out, we'll take him. Take a page off of Chelsea's book.
Wow.
Come on. Yeah.
Real quick on Canada, Vader, I think your manager is really good at getting everybody very emotionally invested. But that plan is like double-sided. Like it can either get everybody really hype, or when things are going bad, it falls apart.
Yeah.
Hold on. Isn't he the Isn't the Canada manager the American guy? What's his name?
Yeah, Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh, man.
That's it. Yeah, I swear, I seen some passion clips.
Fuck the US.
Yeah, got Leeds relegated.
Oh, damn. Not look good looking. Damn, Vader. God. But yeah, what's it called? I seen the passion clips when he was at Leeds, so I'm not surprised.
I told you he's a passion guy, bro, but that's about it.
For sure.
I was about to say. So I'm not surprised he's doing that in Canada. Bro.
Nice. I joined. We're talking about RSM, just a passion guy. Got it.
Here we go. Jacob, do you blame Poch or do you blame the players for the loss this past weekend?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: like a good Southern cookout, everybody get a slice of the pie, as far as I'm concerned. And no means does me providing content. Again, it feels like I'm trying to defend Ange Postecoglou getting 17th but winning Europa League. It's like I'm not excusing one for the other. However, like contextually looking at it, if my car has fucking one wheel that works and the other are American made in this beautiful country of ours, then it's dark. It's looking real. Diego Luna was our most dynamic player. Let's let that sink in. Diego fucking Luna from I remember him at Real Salt Lake, and that was in 2019 when I worked in MLS. And
I thought Diego Luna was 30 years
there.
Old, I thought he was 30. I thought Diego Luna was legitimately 30. He's a rough 21.
He's still there. He's still there.
He's still. Is it RSL that he's still at? I don't know. He might be somewhere else, but
no, he's still at RSL.
He's still at RSL.
Well, there you go. Real Salt Lake, the Real Madrid of MLS.
The Real Madrid. No, the Real Madrid.
He's the
Real
Rodrigo
of
Utah,
America.
of
Utah.
Of Utah, yeah.
That's it. That's all.
But look, like tactically, you go one up. You know, he's stupid, fat, and naive for not putting his hands in his pockets and sitting back, in my opinion. Because apparently in football, if your hands are in your pockets, you're a fucking criminal. And I stand by that. He was smiling at full time, so why would anyone in this situation, why would they not smile as well? Because look, the fans got what they wanted. Kind of, I do agree with the other notion of like fans wanted a big name. That was their big praise was we got a manager with the name to match.
So they wanted was the name,
not
bro.
not a coach or a pedigree or a success rate you can look at. You know, kind of like Thomas Frank.
You know,
nothing to look at other than I love it.
I was wondering how he's gonna circle back to it. I was really wondering how he's gonna circle.
Dream a little, dream of Pochettino. Hopefully, you know, we get a 9-minute video of Poch going, hopefully, when I fix your brakes, hopefully you're going down the hill and they work.
We did get it. Remember, he said, hopefully the president supports us. Remember, he did already give us the hopefully thing. He already did give us the hopefully speech.
You know,
bro,
you know when Big Papa Postecoglou says, hopefully last, hopefully y'all enjoy that one, mate. Hopefully
Jacob,
you enjoy it. And I goddamn did.
Such a fraud because it was you and that fraud Staffy sitting on my channel when we hired this guy, saying that we were lucky to have him? Yes or no? Oh, get out of here with that. That's
no.
so
I love how he so softly places the trophy. His kid is just there, he's just one hand grabbing whatever, but the trophy like slowly, gently.
This fucking guy.
Oh man, he kills me, bro.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed that one. Yeah, I did. I still do. Woo! Feels good. You wouldn't know what that's like, TJ Marshall. You put your hand in your head. That's just because you're a corporate cuck, all right? So
the U.S. is going against South. The U.S. is going against South Korea and Japan next. Yeah, y'all getting packed up. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all actually getting packed up.
No, PSG are gonna go to the Club World Cup final. They're gonna make Carnage cry at the lake. What do they call the Jersey? At the factory exhaust.
MetLife.
What's MetLife? That's right. I thought it was Smog Life because
the
of
Jersey
the
Stadium for New York teams. Good lord.
Yeah, that fucking rap.
Somebody called it. Somebody called it one of the best stadiums in the world, and they actually meant it.
Who called it that? Who called it that?
Size-wise,
who called it that? The only thing it has is capacity.
One of the best.
That's what I'm saying. Size-wise, it is a good.
Bro, like when I look, leaving MetLife, leaving MetLife and having to walk the parking lot must feel like it feels like an endless desert. It's like what Jacob sees when he looks out of his house and like sees the border and it's just desert forever, bro.
You did have to go there, didn't you? All right, we had a little rain today, so you know what happens when it rains out here in the desert.
Flash flooding.
It's like a seal song.
Seal song.
But
real talk though, like I don't see how he shouldn't survive. Realistically, he should not survive to the World Cup. Like he has two more. The issue is he only has. I know he has.
The only way he doesn't survive is if he gets a European job from Tottenham after we fire Frank in 6 months.
Hey, he was already applying for that Brentford job.
One of them got to hurry up, bro. Get on the shit.
Dude, I wish he would have left for Brentford. I really do.
Would love.
I would. I'm not gonna lie.
He interviewed with Brentford.
I just need like 3 minutes.
He interviewed. No worries. He interviewed with Brentford.
He did
during the last break.
Yes. I would pay some very good money to see
what a committed
Jacob versus
international
Poch
coach
in the
too.
I pay some very good money to see that,
bro.
Dude, insane. All right, I do want to before Vader goes. I do want to. I think we beat this shit to death. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Club World Cup, the tournament that I don't really care about and is a glorified international friendly.
Salty.
Wow. Spoken like a fan that's not in the tournament.
No, and congratulations, Vader, for getting eliminated against Al Hilal last week. Congratulations. Now you can relax. Now you can make sure that your players are fresh. But I did want to give you. I know you got to shoot soon, but I wanted to give you, your chance to speak to your club and defend your club.
I appreciate that. I don't like how you intro that though. You got to work on that.
I don't care. It's my channel. I can do what I want.
Fair enough. You've said it's our channel, but I know what you mean. This whole thing with regards to getting knocked out of an invitational, it's not an invitational. It's not. It's a tournament that was sent out invite only to the
invitational.
No.
Is that not invitational?
Vader, stop. No. Why are you letting him deflect from the game? Speak about your team getting packed up by Al Hilal.
There's not deflecting, but
the original Fs, the OGs of oil money.
The OG oil
money OGs.
I need to set the record.
New oil money meant old oil money.
Only those that qualify. Only those that were qualified got an invitation to this tournament. You had to be worthy of it. All right. And those that are watching, poo-pooing on it, saying, "Oh, I don't care about the tournament," you obviously do. You obviously do. And you would love to be in this tournament. You would love to be in this tournament 4 years from now, I'll tell you that. So poo-poo on it, say you don't care, but you would care if you were in it. Now, I did crash out. I crashed out with a 4-3 loss to Al Hilal. It was an entertaining game. I have to say that for all of us on
amazing game, great
game to watch, right? And that's typically what city football is all about. That's why the views.
Oh my god, this guy, bro!
That's why the views were down last season. TNT and Sky Sports, they all listed, dropped in viewership. City weren't in the mix, and you can see why. We're still trying to figure it out. Pep's still trying to find out what's the right 11, what's the right setup. Obviously, he's flirting with the high line. He's flirting with the different combination in terms of defense. He's flirting with the midfield. He got it wrong, but he had it right for the first half. I'm gonna tell you that. He had it right for the first half because y'all watched. We should have been up 4-0 at least.
At least 2-0 minimum, bro. It was crazy.
No, don't give me that 2 minimum, because if it was your player, any ball to Cole Palmer's foot, you would have said, "Oh, that should have been a goal." So I'm gonna do the same thing.
No, because when there's 4, no, for me, when I count like at least 4 clear-cut chances, I expect you to make at least half. Like at least half, make them, bro.
Okay, we had like at least 5.
That's what I'm saying. You should have made at least. That's what I said. At least 2.
Okay, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact you left with nothing was crazy.
The fact that we were 1 up at halftime, and they didn't have a sniff. They didn't have a shot on target the first half. Now, what I'm really disappointed with, but I get the thinking of my manager, is Nunez. He's not a right back, but he had a yellow card. I get why he subbed him off. He's like, I'm not going to risk us going down to 10 men. Gavardio, I think he was more management. He didn't want him to continue playing. He was on a yellow as well. But I get the changes, but we were a completely different team when he did that. And am I worried that my manager is going to execute the same type of defense? Are we going to be this vulnerable? No. But everybody that's saying this is the same old City, everybody that's saying, oh, we should expect that next season, cool. I ain't doing no gimmick.
Down, are they wrong?
From the what down?
The waist down. From the defensive point of view, are they wrong?
No, but I don't like that term. Please, from the waist down. Defensively, the high line. I get why we do it, but what we need to figure out, and it's more of a combination. I think we've had this conversation before. My midfield, they do need to wise up. My midfield are what protects my back line. So if they're not able to track, or if they're not able to sense danger, then it's going to be a long season. But Pep's going to figure out what the right for
back, right? Like,
say again.
You could also sign, because like if your midfield is defending your defenders. Your defenders are defending the goal, which you conceded 4 of, and I think you need at least a new center back.
And I was about to say,
I was actually gonna ask. I was gonna ask if you would get another
center back, and I'm gonna ask you this question as well, Vader. Are you worried about Ederson at this point in his career?
There's no first. I'll answer the last questions first and go in reverse. I have absolutely none. If you want to put me big screen, you can. I have no worries at all in Ederson.
I'll do it. Fine.
None whatsoever. There is not one worry in Ederson.
Okay.
You want to request it? I gotta give the fans what they want.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Vader Games.
So I got no worries with Ederson. None.
Oh my god.
It's all good.
Okay. Follow up. What about Rodri though?
So Rodri subbed on, subbed off.
Subbed off. That's what I'm asking.
That was load management 100%. He complained about something. He complained about something and he was pulled off. We ain't risking
so he's fine.
anything.
So he's fine.
Okay,
So he's fine.
He's fine.
It's just
You would have
life
heard
was that easy.
if it was long term.
Complain about something and you get.
Well, it wouldn't be long term, but it's one of those things where like
and I left early.
when you come off an injury like that, you get setbacks. So I thought it was like maybe like a setback.
Marshall, tell me about that.
It was him. Like his body was signaling something. It's not feeling like it has been, and he requested a sub off. And I'd rather them be more precautionary, more safe than anything. Now, Reinders. Listen, Reinders is going to be better, but he had a poor game as well. He had a poor. He should have cleared it, and he played it to the opponent. Also, Ederson, his benefits outweigh those clinical, and they happen at least once or twice a season where the opposing team are so clinical, it looks like Ederson isn't in that. But for the most part, because again, if you guys want to judge him on that game, judge him on the game before that as well. Right, so the way we played versus Juventus is how we played versus Al Hilal. But Al Hilal were mad clinical, and Pep also in my opinion, did a madness with how he switched everything up. But trust in Haaland, trust in Foden. I know you guys won't bring him up because he actually had a good tournament, but I got trust in Foden. I got trust in Marmoush, and definitely from what I was seeing from Doku and Savinho, those guys just need to play. They just need to play, and I think everything can kind of work out.
I'll
If
admit,
we're
though.
going
How many
to,
games
if
did
we're going to the
Savinho
market-
play without a goal? Was it 9?
What? No,
How many?
he's now scored, so you got to reset whatever you're talking about without a goal. Now
Well,
he has
okay,
scored
so
a goal.
let's say out of 20 games, how many goals?
Well, let's say out of the last 2 games he scored. So
You said he needs to play, and if I'm saying a sample size is 20 sandwiches, that's pretty a good amount of sandwiches. Let me tell you how sandwiches fucking taste.
Okay,
How many
but
GA?
Are you hungry, Jacob?
It's dinner.
Perchance, are you hungry?
bro?
Like the analogy he went for, I'm like, are you hungry?
7:30. It's
Yeah,
dinner
yeah.
time, bro. It's dinner time. Look at this guy.
Like I said, I got no problems with Savinho or Doku. I'm happy with what we got.
Doku's had a
moving
good
forward.
tournament, man.
If there's anything we're gonna do in the
Goku
market,
has had a good
if
tournament.
Dogu
Unfortunately.
looks better. He looks better.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, who'd they play? I bet he did.
How do you know Doku's had a good tournament, TJ? I thought you didn't care about this invitation.
Dude, I had to watch
Good-
that
good
Al Halal
catch.
game. Come
Good
on,
catch,
bro. There were
Marshall.
7
Good
goals.
catch.
There were 7 goals.
Got him.
God, there were 7 goals, bro. I had to watch it anyway.
so if we're gonna go into the market, if we are gonna go into the market, I think it's at right back. We're not getting a center back. We got Kosanov, we got Victor Reese, we've got Gavardio, we got Akanji, we got Stones. Like we have enough. What we're gonna fix up is gonna be at right back, and then we got some exits. There's a lot of rumors right now. Jack Grealish is going to be on the way out. We don't know what we're necessarily going to do with Ilkay Gundogan. And then there's James McAtee.
Put him in a retirement home. That's what you're gonna do.
Hey, bro,
My-
if we weren't linked with Eze, I'll be
Goddamn,
real.
CJ.
I'll be so real, bro. I would have taken Grealish as Arsenal like backup, bro. I'll be for real.
As a backup.
As a backup,
As a backup.
I'd take
Bro,
it
I
out
rate
of
Grealish,
starting
bro.
winger
I
right
think
now.
Grealish is a baller, bro. I think he's just a victim of the Pep system.
You rate him so much, he's a backup?
Dude, he can play on the wing
No, but
for
I
us.
was
He
like,
can
he's
play
a
on the
good
wing
No,
for
he
us.
said if you're getting Eze, if you're
Oh, if we're getting Eze.
Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
getting Eze, obviously forget it. But like, if we weren't linked with Eze, I'll be like, yo, if you want a backup 10, bro, or like,
He's a
go get
baller,
Grealish.
man. He just didn't
I rate
fit into the Pep
Grealish.
system.
Arsenal
I think Pep ruined
do
him.
really well.
Well, my
Arsenal
question
do
is
really
this.
well with players from City or Chelsea. So if you guys were to get Grealish, I think it would raise the level.
My question would be this, Vader, though, because I think I agree with you. I think I think Pep has to figure out the way he wants the not only the way he wants to play the defense, but the personnel in each position. I think that's something he's gonna have to figure out, right? Yeah. And usually when you're doing that, something that can buy you time is having a really strong DM cleaning up in front of that defense, right? So they're not under as pressure as much while they're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I think we all assumed that, right? Like that Nico Gonzalez was supposed to be that. But he's being linked away. So like what's going on there? Because Rodri clearly is not back to 100%, right? And it would be crazy to think that he would be able to immediately first day in the Prem hit the levels. And Nico Gonzalez is being linked away. So like what's happening with that DM position, which I think is as equally as important because that DM position is going to help buy you time so your defense doesn't get as exposed.
You know what? Every once in a while, RSM, you ask really good questions, and these are one of those times. With regards to Nico Gonzalez, he
guys, told you, bro, backhanded. He loves it.
I know, bro. I know. That's why. That's what he says. Bro. I'm not gaslighting. I never buy it, bro.
I love this
guy,
guys.
Nico Gonzalez, to the point, and you know what, Chelsea, you guys are guilty of this, right? You guys are guilty of being like the transfer rumor mill. Like everything's linked to you guys. Someone's leaving, someone's coming into
for BTO's bills. Yeah,
that happens often. I think this is in my opinion, I think this is the agent. I think this is the agent being like,
oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm seeing you guys invest in some midfielders. Let me kind of test the waters and see what I can possibly do for my client. But realistically, he came in Jan. Rodri isn't 100%.
60 M's, by the way. 60 M's.
Yeah, that's light. RSM, come on. You and I, 60 M's, that's light.
No, but just to like move him on in 1 year for 60 M's, that's not light.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's realistic. I think it's an agent trying to kind of try to see what they can do because of the amount of midfielders we got. But then realistically, Rodri isn't 100%. Nico Gonzalez is going to get that time. He's gonna be leaned on. Now, was he leaned on in this tournament? I don't think so, but I think it's because we saw enough of him to be like, you know what, he can do the job. Kovacic isn't going to be ready this season. Like, I don't think he's going to be of the need that we really should be leaning on. I think Gonzalez is going to be the right fit. Even Gonzalez next to Reinders works, giving some minutes for Rodri to kind of load manage himself back. I think we're good there. I think it's really an agent type of play. So the whole rumors, are you worried? He just came in. Everyone wants to do their banter thing. Look at City. They just got a player and they're ready to let him out. nah, I think it's all agent moves, in my opinion. I think we keep him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I have no questions for Vader. We already spoke about this.
You muted on that. I didn't hear all of that.
What?
Oh, I just said me and Vader already spoke about this before. So, there's no questions at this moment in time. Thank you.
No.
No
Thank you.
speculation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So,
Sorry,
so
man.
Vader,
Sorry. Listen, before the show ends, I will get my say. But
Vader,
please listen to me.
Vader, I know you got to
Yeah.
go in here in a minute. But what, given your incomings and your potential outgoings, do you think City hit the ground running? I think you guys are going to be in the title race again, even more so this season. But how confident are you that you're going to be able to get past an Arsenal and a Liverpool this season?
Well, as it stands right now, as much as I've been labeled as a gaslighter and all that kind of stuff, and I do gimmicks, there's no gimmicks with what I'm about to say.
Vader.
All right, go on.
Vader games.
There's no boosting right now. Realistically, what Liverpool did last year to win and what they've done in this offseason, I don't know anyone in their right mind that would say the league isn't theirs right now. All right? They won and they got better. Okay? So I'm not going to be foolish to say, oh, despite what I did in this window, I'm now favorites. I really think I'm still chasing Liverpool. And for what I've been saying this. At the time, I was, Vader's gaslighting. Oh, look what he's doing. I was saying, Arsenal fans, relax. The transfer window's not over. You guys are going to get the business done. I think you guys are going to strengthen. And so I think I'm currently, I finished third last season. I think I'm still third favorites with regards to this. And this third favorites might change really quickly if Chelsea continue to do what they're doing in this transfer window. Because we were very close in terms of how we finished out. And the way they're playing in this Club World Cup, it looks like a manager that's going to get it right as well in terms of not suffering losses to teams that you shouldn't be suffering losses.
Prime. But yeah, I just want to also add, big up to Vader. I think
that was great. That was mad abrupt, but okay.
No, this is his last nation left that hasn't crumbled.
One thing I will say that is that I think with City, will you remain competitive? Yes. I think the thing you have to look at for anyone that's hoping to compete with Liverpool, can you be competitive? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And if you can, as long as you are competitive, you're in a chance in my personal.
I'm happy with how we start the season. I believe we play Wolves for our first game.
That's a dub.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We'll have the
Is it home or
motivation
away?
to fight Nori. I think it's away. But regardless,
it's a dub either way.
I hope so. It's not a start like you guys have, because the Arsenal United first game of the season, that's going to be epic. So
we have GYOKERES up top. And we win by 3.
I like this TJ.
I'm dead serious.
Honestly,
I'm not kidding.
This
United have not done
He
shit.
is. I'm just telling you guys, he will be starting that game. Like,
yeah.
TJ,
it's
no
just
joke,
written in the
no
stars.
joke.
It's literally just written in the stars, bro. Like,
TJ,
going up
what
against
happens-
Amram again, it's written in the stars, bro. Come on.
Average starting, man. We'll be there, bro.
This TJ is going to be successful this season, like even more than last year with regards to the channel. The channel is going to be on fire this
I guess
year.
that Arsenal, bro.
Because the way you're looking at things, I like the optimism with regards to the players. Now, I'm gonna break out. Everybody, please hit the like button if you haven't. If you're tuning in, be a part of the show, be a part of the comments. If you hear Jacob say something ridiculous, definitely if you hear.
Wait, Vader,
TJ
before you go though, prediction for tomorrow's game.
I think it's a 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Dude, he took my prediction too. Yeah, that's my
I said,
prediction.
man, March will go to the game, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
You're gonna be there.
We'll be there.
You guys linking up
Yep.
there?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Nice. He told me the section, so we're in the same area. Literally. Yep.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Nice. I'm gonna look out for the vlog. I'll look out for the vlog.
Sick.
Yeah, that's weird. And by the way, that's weird. You
Both of
guys
us
like
have.
Take
you
care,
guys
Vader,
like
take
live
care.
in the same city.
The
Yeah,
sicker
big up,
inside of
big up,
me
Vader.
feels something.
You guys live in
I'll
the
do
same
that.
city. You guys, you're
Same
in the
state.
same spots, whatever,
state.
same.
But like within a
same
minute
state.
of each other. Yeah.
You guys know, you guys are gonna like link up and hang out, because you have a common interest. I traveled to LA once and I met up with Staffy.
Here we go.
and
Staffy gets dragged into this, bro.
I met all the big six. They were all rad people.
Who came from overseas, by the way, right? They came overseas as well.
They came from overseas, and they wanted to link up with me and Staffy, which we were just like, sure, yeah, absolutely. You know, Saeed, shout out, absolute legends. I drank all their beer. Oops. Then
Who was too cool for you though?
Like a real-blooded American, TJ.
I went, and then I went out to for beers and lunch with Staffy, and we kept messaging this guy, and he never met up with us. Like just
talking about a guy that's more important than the big six, the biggest content creators most people in the chat can name.
Yep.
And this guy was unable to. But those others.
This guy was unable to.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, me and Staffy tore it up.
Sometimes.
And then I went to Philly. Okay. And then I went to Philly, and I met up with Staffy again. Staffy met my wife. Staffy met her friend. Staffy met up with me and Marshall. Okay. I met Marshall's dad before I meet Mike Doss.
He's not joking.
I'm not joking.
He's not me.
He's not joking.
No,
Staffy met my dad a second time. He went to a Chelsea game. And that was with my dad. So Staffy, Jimmy Spliff met my dad. Like
at this point, by the way, at this point we have bro. At this point, yeah, I am gonna meet his dad. At this point, yeah, we're all gonna meet Marshall's dad before we ever find out if DOS is real or AI. Like,
oh god.
No, if we were Jordanian, he would fly out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There's some Mormons that would say he's real.
Hey,
if a certain Jordanian creator did like like the big six did in South Africa, right? Like a meetup. I feel like somebody might fly over there. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Advice to people. Some people in the panel. Advice to people in the chat. Sometimes when people tell you they don't give a shit, believe them. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, no. I need to tag on to that story. I need to tag on to this story, by the way, because I sent you guys a picture.
What was he like? Why would I drive
halftime hooks?
Stream once a week or some shit.
Halftime hooks comes to Kansas.
Oh my God, you're right.
And he's like, "Yo, bro, TJ, I'm in your town. Let's go grab beers." And I say, "Absolutely." I pick him up. We go grab some beers. Talk some ball.
Dope.
It's incredible. Like,
that's dope. That is dope.
Weird how that happens when you meet people online and they're actually legit and they actually show up. Anyway,
bro, where were we? TJ, if you ever come to London.
Bro, everybody.
Dude, I'm coming to London. I might be coming to London in September.
Did you just
say if you come to London in September, I ain't coming to London for you, mate.
That's where I go. When people say they don't give a shit about you, sometimes believe them.
No, listen. No, hold up. No, Ahmed, hold up. You could. No, the thing is, it's true though, because if he wants to see a UCL, he would have to go down to South London to see the
Here
UCL.
we go.
So.
All right.
You know what? I'll take him on a tour, man. I'll take him to the tour, man.
Yeah, man. When me or our son go to the UK, Ahmed and us will have.
Yeah, of course. No, the Ahmed link up is a must, bro. The Ahmed link up is a must.
The link up. If I go out to UK, the amount of beers I am going to drink with Aaron Talks Arsenal is going to be insane. I might end up.
I mean, you guys are legitimately going to drink the sorrow away. So.
Yeah, no, that's all we can do, bro. And we're really and spoiler alert,
what's gonna happen.
Spoiler alert, we're really good at it, so it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, we might be drinking the sorrows away.
Listen, TJ, you got to show up for all red-blooded Americans, bro. You can't let them outdrink you, man.
Hell no, absolutely not. RSM realizes
you cannot let that happen, bro.
RSM realizes
you know, TJ, hopefully not too much, man. You know,
I'm gonna win the Revolutionary War again. Don't worry.
Listen, hand them another L. It wouldn't be the first time.
Don't worry about it. All right. Last segment. Chelsea preview.
I love the fuck DOS segment. That was great for the timestamps.
I know. Yeah. Go ahead.
Make that its own section.
Warrior J. Make sure you timestamp that, my guy. Thank you.
I have to say, the sick bastard in me. Yeah, just wants us to leave. That's for RSM.
No way! Stop the gimmick! We're in the semi-final. Why would you want to lose it at this point?
I'm just saying the sick bastard inside of me. You're the dickhead You like it'd be really funny if March and I were in the stadium and the North just lose.
You got bro out of his seat. Is that is
I
like
mean,
that?
but on a serious note, obviously, you know, the
This guy, man.
The actual Chelsea fan of me is like, listen, you're only in the semi-final. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You might as well get to the final. You know what I mean?
This guy wanted us grouped, bro. Like,
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You wanted to get grouped?
he
Pause.
did. He wanted to get grouped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of support? What kind of fandom is this, bro?
I'm
Disgraceful
just saying-
supporting.
It's a weird.
No,
one.
my support is only for the 4 big leagues, 4 big competitions.
I mean,
don't
to
consider
be
it
fair though, Corey, and to all of us on this panel, we didn't know how serious this tournament was going to be until it actually like started getting serious.
No, but even if I like didn't read the tournament, I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be out in the group stage, bro. Like,
I was thinking about player health. That's what I was
we weren't sure. Like, I thought part of me was thinking like he might just treat this like a preseason, like dead ass, and he kind of did.
Low
but
key
not
is
really.
a bit.
Yeah, it's.
But yeah, I think honestly for me, I think we'll win the game tomorrow against Cremonese. Yes, obviously we'll win the team and the but I still think we have more than enough to push through to win the game. I think I could see this being like another 2-1 as we did against what's it called, Palmeiras maybe. But at the end of the day, I think we'll win this. I think it will be a good match to watch. And yeah, man, I think it'll probably be something like 2-1. I'll be real.
Yeah, I think if Chelsea win, they'll win 2-1, and then I think PSG, Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid. You think Real Madrid win? I don't think so.
The reason why I want
think
Real Madrid, I would prefer Real Madrid to win.
I think
I agree.
I think PSG
want Real
win.
Madrid.
Ahmed, I agree. I want Madrid.
I want Real Madrid. Yeah, Chelsea fans want Real Madrid. They don't want PSG.
No, TJ, imagine this. We get to see Will Tears live in
Dude,
person.
I'm there, dude.
Just zooming the camera across the stadium.
Do I need to fly
TJ,
out? To Jersey?
TJ, if we get Madrid and we win, I will personally find Will outside the stadium for you, and in 4K, 60 FPS, get the tears.
Dude, I'm gonna need it. I need it, honestly. If I didn't have shit going on this weekend, I swear I would be in New Jersey. I'm not lying.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Unfortunately, I really think we would all want it to be a Madrid final, but I agree. I think it's most likely going to end up being PSG, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And if it
PSG.
is
I think it's
that
PSG
means
Chelsea.
You might be able to actually attend the final because of prices.
It's going to be a good
That's
thing
true.
when it is PSG because that'll just make them a little bit more less rest
You're
before.
ridiculous.
This guy, bro.
So done, dude.
Traumatized.
Wait, so hold on. No, Jay, no.
My little
Hold on, this is
Tommy
an interesting question. This is an interesting question. Would you prefer PSG lose or win? Like if they make the final against us, right? Because if they lose,
Win.
that's a hit. That's a massive hit. No?
Yeah, win. So that way they're getting drunk for another week.
Yeah, man. So
Because I need Bradley Barcola off them colas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need
Well, I mean, the
Desiree
thing is,
Dewey off that pooey. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I think, what is it? If Madrid make the final, Hoyson is out, like no matter what, because it's two
Yes.
games for the red. If
Yeah,
PSG make
yeah.
it, Pacho's out as well.
Yeah, Pacho's.
So that's a big miss. I mean, both of them have big
My
misses
God,
in their
these guys
background.
actually have the walkway to like actually win this whole thing,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen,
Like,
Anything.
y'all, I'm
What
sorry,
can you
y'all,
say?
bro,
Anything,
It's
bro.
gonna be unbearable. It's
Bro,
gonna big up
y'all's
Mina.
knockout
It's gonna
run
be
on
unbearable.
paper is disgusting, bro.
I'm just
Like
saying.
on paper,
like,
vile.
we lost-
vile
we-
team, bro.
like the.
I'm
obviously
unsubscribing
the-
from RSM if they win.
Also, the
Bro,
longer Chelsea are in it, the longer.
You understand?
until
If we
y'all could
no, if
potentially swoop in and
we
steal
win, if
kudos
we
from
win,
us, even though
if
you
we
said
win,
yes to us
I'm
and no to
having
you.
like above me at all times world champions for 4 years. I think you guys
Oh
understand
yeah.
that.
Oh
Yeah. Like it's.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna look
Yeah,
about
like,
as dumb as that badge is gonna look on your kit too.
Oh,
look great.
Said,
I'll
said,
get
as
some
some,
badge.
said truly as somebody who's salty. I get it, man.
Yes,
Hating from
yes.
outside the club, bro. We in the VIP
down.
section popping bottles, and then this guy's like, get a load of this guy in the
At
VIP
the-
section
at
with
the
the bottles and the
Invitational.
women. Get a load of this, and I get it, man. It's fine.
At the invitational, but that's fine.
I'm saying, VIP
Yeah.
is invite only, and you weren't invited, man. It is what it is. You're not on the
There you
list.
go.
You're not a big list. You're on an AA list club. It's all
Preseason.
good, bro.
Preseason, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, I in all
Win.
seriousness though, I think Real Madrid you win, PSG you lose, but I think you're gonna
Yeah.
get past Fluminense. I really do.
I hope so because
And I will.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
will.
yeah.
As much as
By
I
the way,
take
by the
piss,
way,
I will watch
their
it.
keeper is so old. He holds the record for most clean sheets in football history. That's how old Fluminense
I
is
didn't
keeper
know
is.
that.
Fabio, I'm not
Yes,
gonna lie. Fabio
he has
is
the-
killing it though.
He has the most clean sheets in football history because he just
Fabio
played that
was
long.
killing it.
Isn't Thiago
This is the
Thiago
thing.
Silva in the back line too? I
He
swear.
is.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
He is.
Yeah,
And
He
he's
is.
going to give us trouble, I'm sure.
And I'm so no,
but-
and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry it
Had
had
a
to be
goal
him,
from
bro.
Thiago
I'm
Silva
so
in the
sorry
corner.
it had to be him.
I
man.
just looked at the
That's
goalkeeper,
also
bro.
true.
My
I'm so
guy,
happy it had to be
he's
him.
44
I'm so-
years old.
That's what I'm
Ah,
telling you,
he's
Corey.
doing well for them.
44
Corey, he
years
holds the
old.
record for most clean sheets in
Now, I'm
football
gonna say
history,
something as
bro.
well. I forgot to say this, yeah. I'm so happy that we're crashing on Thiago Silva too. This Bill Marshall, man. You know what I mean? His centre back's going to be getting crashed on by
Nah.
2 goals for Chelsea. Enjoy, man.
Also, I'm gonna say
Right,
everyone's
sure.
crash out after Nani Mapuki gets a hat trick. Y'all gonna be real
Mapuki.
sorry.
Oh
but
my god, bro.
I'll say
Proper
this, like,
Tottenham.
Jacob, why'd you say his name?
I
Proper
know,
Spurs
I
Mapuki.
know,
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you know
know
what?
that.
Last dance of Noni. This is
Jacob,
Noni,
Jacob,
everyone is
Jacob,
predicting
some
us
in the
to win
picture.
this.
Jacob, some in the picture, man. He's some in the
I know that
picture.
everyone's predicting us to win this, but I'll say this
gonna
right
win y'all
now.
the league.
I'll say this
Proper
right now
Spurs.
that
Corey went out here, bro.
Go,
I'll say
Marshall.
this right
What are you
now.
gonna say?
in terms of for the game, like I also don't want to completely underestimate Fluminense. They are going to give us a game. Like we're not going to make it look easy, and it's probably because it's not going to be easy. I guarantee, like this tournament, if this tournament's taught us anything, it's that South America and Al Hilal and a few other teams out there, bro. Europe isn't as indestructible or as untouchable as people think it is. Like a lot of these teams gave a lot of European teams a run for their money, and so I think Fluminense, we are going to struggle, but we will come out of it. I think it's going to be a 2-1. Thiago Silva will show some of these Chelsea attackers a hard time, but I think we'll still prosper. And yeah, man, I'm all for it. And then the final, man, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything could happen in a final, and I'm just happy to see this team grow, man.
Talk to me.
This team, people were questioning, myself included, this team's mentality. They're obviously going for it. The worst of the worst happened in the last game where we didn't have Caicedo. So hopefully, knock on wood, nothing stupid happens or any bad refereeing, which has been horrible this tournament, happens as well, and he gets sent off in the semi. But that's knock on wood, bro. It's gonna be fun, and this tournament's been really fun too. Obviously, things that they need to improve on for next time around, but bro, this tournament's been a huge success in my opinion.
Yeah, dude, I think Brazil's league stocks are through the roof. That Daniel's got a
fuck
point.
yeah.
Like, there's a lot more respect being paid, I think, to these Botafogos and the fucking Fluminenses and the.
Bro, but you know what it is,
Bachata?
Jacob? It's 'cause,
Merengue?
a lot of us watch the mainstream. We'll watch La Liga. We'll watch Bundesliga. We'll watch Serie A. We'll watch Premier League. But there's a lot of people in Europe that don't stay up late to watch South American players play. And so this is a good opportunity. It's a good platform to see all these teams and what they can do and how good they actually stand against European teams, which we watch all the time. So it was nice to see it. There was some good matchups there, man. Like Benfica Boca. The world will never forget, bro. The world will never forget how rattled Boca just got Benfica and then how they crashed out to Auckland pretty much. So like it's been some good games, man. It's been some good games, and I've really enjoyed this tournament. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a month without football once it's all over.
Dude,
Can
can I ask you a question? How are you not tired? How are you not exhausted?
Football is going to be back for Chelsea in
entertained.
2 weeks, by the way. You know Chelsea's going to be back and playing football in 2 weeks, right?
Preseason, right?
It's gonna be 3
Yeah,
weeks.
preseason.
but
Because
yeah.
we've got a game apparently on the 30th now as well.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, but
know
that's gonna
that.
be literally the academy kids, bro. Like the team
Yeah.
we're up against,
No,
like
no,
I've never
I know.
even
This
heard
is-
of.
But listen.
Listen, you keep touting this whole player welfare thing, which I understand, but I don't think Maresca's stupid. Okay, I think
He might just throw. He might throw all the preseason games.
Exactly, and I also think he's going to take this chance to try to test out and acclimate some of the other players who haven't been playing as much. The Santos, the Sugos, Anselmino, so on
The
and
SARS,
so forth.
the SARS.
SARS. So he
I'll-
might
also-
just say
also-
Cole, Caicedo,
I see y'all try to
Enzo,
get your
go
own
take
Papa
vacation. When the season starts,
Nice.
you guys already know the system. You guys, when you come back, come back.
I do gotta say one thing, by the way, for everybody who will be watching the game. An hour after the game starts, a thunderstorm will be rolling into the area for like 3 hours. So be prepared for delays. I'm just letting anybody
It
who
shifts
knows.
last minute, but
If I see,
Hopefully.
if I have to be
Bring the
waiting till
ponchos.
1
Is
a.m.
basically what RSM
If I
is.
Yeah,
see
bring your
another
ponchos.
1 a.m. game,
Bring your
yeah,
We
ponchos.
bring the ponchos.
if I see another 1 a.m. game, RSM, I'm crashing on you, bro. I'm Marshall.
Yeah, you can
it's more
hold that, to
convenient
be
for
honest.
you,
Bro,
brother.
am I?
The
Am I?
game
Am I?
is at 3 our time.
It's 8 p.m. for me.
Yeah, so if there's a 3-hour
So?
delay, you don't have to be up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You're fine.
Last time we had the game at 8 p.m. We finished it at 1 p.m. 1 a.m.
First, this guy doesn't want to pay the boosted up prices, the regular prices for tickets, and
Okay.
now he doesn't want to stay up an extra hour or two to watch his Chelsea win.
No, because the game
Great
usually finished at
tournament.
10 p.m. I'm gonna have to wait 3 more hours.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not
we
gonna
gotta-
lie.
Pretend
we
that
gotta-
you
we
weren't
gotta
going to
super
stay up
chat.
until 4 a.m. watching Bleach reruns. Like, come on.
It's not already Bleach, man. Shout out to
We got to shout out meaning. It says, let's play TJ and Jacob choose. If you don't match, then RSM gets to choose. So Jacob, on the count of 3, let's name a name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ahmed.
Marshall.
Damn it. RSM choose.
Look at him.
Let's
He's
throw
got a
Jacob in.
button up shirt on.
Let's throw Jacob in there, man. Let's throw Jacob in there.
Oh, he did. Jacob didn't even do anything.
You know what I
Yeah,
did
but
do?
like-
You know what I did do? Kudus. Kudus said no to you.
Respect
That's
the
why he
muse.
put me in here.
Respect-
That's why.
Okay, respect.
Yeah, just wait till he has the kid on because you don't want another William now, do you?
This guy. This guy's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
big up to Mina for the super chat. I mean, I'm understanding, and I'm a little jealous that you guys get to go to that game and with that atmosphere. Those South American and Central American teams have such an incredible atmosphere. Dude, even when I saw,
RSM,
Peru,
you haven't seen it. Motherfuckers are
insane.
loud.
No, hold on. I've been there. I've been to MetLife when it was Brazil versus Argentina. Like I've been
you
there.
get
bro.
it. Never mind. Never
I've
mind.
been
You
there.
get it. You
But
get
what
it.
I
You
will
get
say
it.
though is I was really asking my homie because I know, and I was like, "What are the odds I could sneak in a drum?" I legit asked him. I'm like, "So what are the odds?" Because people have been sneaking. The Brazilian fans have been sneaking in drums. I don't think it's gonna be hard to do it at MetLife because I've been through MetLife security. Like it's pretty difficult, bro. But we'll see. Either
So
way,
we're not
I'm
gonna
definitely
see a
gonna.
Copa
They
America
did it
final
for Fluminense
situation.
when I saw Fluminense Dortmund. They had drums and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm definitely gonna lose my voice though. I'm definitely screaming. I'm yelling. I'm hooting. I'm hollering.
Yeah.
So,
I'm hoping this is going to be the most turnout for Chelsea fans as well, because the turnout, like that's the one disappointing thing about this tournament. It's all the formalities and the logistics behind it, like the 3 competitions, the state of the country, the price of tickets. Like literally, like Will's not here, but Will's ticket is 20 times the price
it is.
of Chelsea tickets.
He's paying $280.
Literally, it's not even.
Wait, how much y'all
exaggerating.
paying for?
Bro, I paid $27.
Yeah, bro.
It's cheaper, by the
Yeah.
way. That's cheaper than the average. ticket
Corey's
to the
like,
game.
yo, I might want to go too now.
No, what I no, hold on.
That's cheaper than the home game ticket in the UK, by the way.
But what? No, but what I am.
Okay, that's the case.
I'm
Will's
paying
gets
whatever for the final. I'm paying whatever price for the final. Though. I don't care.
Yo, this is gonna be so upsetting.
I'm taking out a more.
then
I'm taking out against
I
my.
can't make the final.
I can't lie to
It
you, man. My
sucks.
soul is gonna be happy for my soul. I'm gonna be so happy when they pay £500 because I would never pay £500 for a final ticket, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine,
Wow.
and I'm
Alright,
happy
that's
for you.
fine.
But
That's how-
the
I'm
fact
happy
that
for you.
Chelsea are
Same
gonna
here.
At
play a
least it's
final.
local for
No,
At
okay.
least it's local for him. So
No,
like,
but
that's
be honest,
all
like,
you
TJ,
have.
hold up, TJ or Corey. If Arsenal were playing a final in your home state, you're paying whatever to be there, bro. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but
Like
what's
you
it called?
can't
If I
hate.
found out-
Yeah.
no,
That-
but
bro,
if I
that's a
found out
once in a
y'all were
lifetime
paying
in the U.S. in your
20
home
Jacob
state.
would pay twice what you
I'm
guys
shadow
would pay.
boxing, bro.
what are you saying? What are you saying?
Jacob,
What are you
how
saying,
much?
Corey?
Jacob, if the
Jacob
Europa
would
final
sell
was in
that
Texas,
trophy.
how much would you have paid to be there? Type it in chat, Jacob.
would
Type in
literally
chat.
Sell
How
that
much you would have
trophy
paid?
to go to his first final in the U.S., bro.
Ew, I don't like how
You
he's
can
doing
answer
that. By the way,
You
I
can
don't.
answer that,
I
mate.
don't
You
like.
can answer
I
that.
don't like how he's.
I don't like how he did that.
God.
Oh, by the way, hold up. I gotta ask, how shameless would it be if I showed up with my Thiago Silva Chelsea jersey? Like,
That would be.
No, not
hilarious.
shameless at all. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay,
Fucking-
okay.
We got
I
Jimmy
wanna be the
Smith
only
showed
one.
up with the
I wanna be the
R9
only one.
Brazilian
Yo,
jersey,
I want to be the only
bro.
one.
These men are on their knees for Chelsea.
I would take out.
No,
Extra
no,
credit
Ahmed,
card.
Ahmed,
No,
you
no,
need to
absolutely
understand. No,
not.
Ahmed, you need to
Second
understand. we need to also make it out of there alive, bro. So if we can, guys, we're just Thiago Silva fans. We're not really.
That's
Chelsea
my guy, bro.
fans.
That's my guy, man.
That's
my guy.
Oh,
that's my guy.
Fuck.
Are these brothers that serious as well? Like, why do you have to wear 6? Like, are they gonna kill you? They're not gonna kill you, surely not, man.
Dude, no, you know, that's definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, hold up. I'm not gonna lie. No, I mean, hold up. It's the insurance policy. That's what it is. Because if we win, I am being a dickhead on the way out to them. I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Ahmed, I shit you not.
I am.
Ahmed, I shit you not. You can ask Alex from Chelsea TV. You can ask Jimmy. There was literally toddlers from Palmeiras trying to square up with Chelsea fans. I shit you not. I'm not joking. These motherfuckers are here to fight, bro. They were not happy they lost.
I said this before. This is why I hope they segregate the clubs in the World Cup, because
they won't. Bro,
you can't mix these guys together, man. You cannot.
The way MetLife is set up, it's not gonna happen. But what I will tell you though, bro, is I've learned from all my Brazilian fans, bro, all the little sayings. You know, if we win, I'm hitting them with this. You know, you're small, you're a tiny club. I'm getting beat up. I'm 100% getting beat up.
I'm being serious. In the World Cup, they got to.
I am instigating. I will be instigating. I will be instigating.
I'm just gonna watch if you're in the final and you're gloating to Will after you win it. I'm just gonna watch you get punched in the face on live cam.
If I see a fight in the stands, bro, when they're like on the one time they just pan the camera,
it was RSM.
It's RSM getting thrown off the upper deck.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be, bro. We score. I'm gonna be like humping the air in the general direction of the Madrid fans, and I'm gonna get like a beer tossed on my head.
He's gonna get
a beer tossed on my head, bro.
The third deck like an Ecuadorian lawn dart. This guy, it's gonna be unbelievable. It's gonna land on ESPN.
It's gonna be scenes. It's gonna be scenes.
R.I.P. RSM.
It's gonna end up on the Instagram reels for the night, bro.
You know what's the craziest part about this whole thing too?
I'm ended up on
Chelsea were literally slapped with fines from FIFA.
Bro, it's my time to end up on Fear Buck, bro.
But yeah, the funniest part about this whole entire
if you know, you know.
The funniest part about this whole entire tournament is that Chelsea were slapped with UEFA fines, and we were like, "Oh, it's all good. We all paid for it with our Club World Cup run." Like it's
was
fantastic.
Funny. That was funny.
It's like, all right, cool. Like,
how much have y'all even like accumulated like up to this point?
I think with the semi, it's what 80. It's 80, right?
Right now, I think it's 65,000 pounds or 65 million pounds. If we get to the next round, I think we're at.
No, we're gonna
65 on top of the 80 you've already got.
No, the semi is plus the semi is 80. Plus semi is 80. So
yeah, plus the so we're at 80. So plus the semi is 80. There you go. Yeah.
Rumba, you get 100 million overall. Rumba.
Speaking of semi, you asked me a question earlier, and
here we go.
I would.
Here we go.
Yeah. So what would you pay? What would you have paid?
One. What is it? Dr. Evil says $1 cajillion. I would take credit cards out in my children's name.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like
he'd ruin his own.
That's a new. I'm not gonna lie. That's a new level, bro.
That's a new level, bro.
To be in less than a mile's range to Youngmin's son. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, this guy, son, get a restraining order, please.
Yeah.
There ain't no piece of paper can restrain this love. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm surprised he didn't say this about Romero when he was in the country last year playing for fucking Argentina.
Well, that's what happens when you flirt with the fucking Spanish neighbors, you little.
You know, one thing I will say, listen, guys,
he's also the Michael Jordan of finals.
Listen, I love my club, but there's a price range where I can't do that for my sole purposes. You know what I mean? I will feel the pain of that money leaving my bank account. I just can't do that.
I mean, luckily I have no kids. I have no kids. You feel me? No partner, nothing. I got no girl to maintain. I'm chilling, brother. I'm paying whatever it takes to be there.
Imagining
I probably wouldn't have a wife either, but
future wife, just like,
yo, Jacob,
love.
stop.
Especially
Jacob,
as he hugs that trophy. Guys, I don't mean to out Jacob like this. I don't mean to. I'm gonna out Jacob like this, but this guy literally texted me the picture of the trophy before he ordered it. And he's just like, "Am I getting divorced?" And I said, "Absolutely."
And then guess what? The
when
night
that
Big
thing
Bertha
landed,
arrived,
when that thing
we had
landed,
photos in bed already. She's silly. She's a silly girl.
Bertha. I don't want to touch that trophy. that do not want to touch that
No
shit.
one
man.
can. No one's allowed. My
too many
children
stains
haven't
in there,
touched
man.
it. My children aren't allowed
bro.
to touch it either. This is mine. What the fuck they do for it?
You see this, yeah, man. Listen, I just got no kids. Everything else, I have to. I am bad.
Allegedly.
See, this is the beautiful part.
Allegedly,
If
allegedly.
That you
have
know of. That
kids,
you know of.
You could take credit cards out in their name if Tottenham come to town. But the thing is, I don't live in fucking Korea, so they're never coming here.
Listen,
Yeah.
man.
Audi Cup though.
You know, hey, it wasn't
I mean,
lifting that.
hey, if you're
I wasn't
Arsenal,
asking
bro,
her to
you're
stay over. I'll tell you
People were
that.
big.
much.
This day and age, man.
I heard we were bigging up Audi Cups in the group chat today. What happened?
I did see. Yeah, I mean,
You know, yeah. Shout
Oh,
That was,
out.
because
that's
that was
why,
ours.
bro. That's why I literally said
that's
we're
a
bringing
major-
up Audi
because that's a
Cups,
major
bro.
trophy.
I'm bringing all
Major
the Emirates
trophy.
ones that I got, G.
It's a major
I got all
trophy.
these Emirates cups I got.
we're bringing out the dinner plates, bro. We
bringing
count
out-
community
we're bringing
shares
out-
now.
Oh, hey, bring out the
Jacob-
dinner plates
Jacob,
as
you
well,
can bring
bro.
out the Tiger
we can put,
Cup.
bro. We can put the Emirate cups on the dinner plates. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's all
Tiger
for one,
Cup?
bro. Sensational
Do I
business.
what about the Walter Toll Award? Y'all are often forgetting about the Intercontinental Asian Cup Award. You're
International
obviously forgetting
Fairs
that
Cup.
time that Richarlison lifted that fucking Kmart.
Man
trophy
United,
for
Man United,
the J League.
bro. Man United lost the cup to the
Kmart.
Asian All Stars, so yeah, I guess so, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that's bad, bro. That's bad.
Yeah, that is.
And
Asian
people were giving me
All-Stars?
people were wondering why I was so confident.
it was the Korean All Stars. You're getting mixed up. It wasn't all of Asia. It was just the Korean ones.
No. I'm saying
Oh.
United. No,
That's
United.
even worse. That's even worse. It's not even all
Yeah.
of Asia.
But we won the
Can I,
trophy. So
can I just say quickly, yeah? Are you one of those K-pop guys? Like, you know, I hope you're not, because those guys are generally weird.
no, but
gonna say
there was
K-pop
some K-pop lady on. Well, no, I guess no. Never mind. I'm not gonna continue with that.
I know. You know what's the worst part is I know exactly what video you're talking about, and I hate it. I hate that video so much, bro. I know exactly what video he's talking
Them
about.
things were thanging, you know.
Oh my
Smash
god!
those
I know
Oh my
exactly what video
God.
he's talking
Fuck
about,
it,
and that's
L.
I'm like, I
Jacob,
hate it. Jacob, you are married with kids, brother. Get off that side of Twitter. There's
I'm
no
not
excuse.
blind, but I'm not blind.
I know what he's talking about. It's ads.
Of course,
They made us ads.
like, you can't avoid that. The video has been like a plague on my feed.
Yeah, just because you aren't buying, it can't mean you know not look at the
You know what I
movie,
mean,
right?
man? Yes, man.
Yeah.
This man said
But if
them
my
things
wife
are
does it,
banging.
that's where the double standards start kicking in. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Don't be looking. Don't even talk.
This
about
guy,
it.
man. This guy, bro.
Internalize it.
Mhm.
Talk to your damn therapist about it, not me.
And on that note,
And on that
we are out
And
of
on
here.
that note, have kids, everybody, because you can take
Yeah.
credit cards out in their name.
Okay, that's really good advice. That's a good PSA to
Get
end
a
on.
vasectomy.
Great
Get a
parenting
vasectomy.
advice. by
Subscribe.
Jacob.
Subscribe to
This is
Casual
not
EFG.
financial
no,
advice.
No kudu section and no
Christ.
touch by Tommy section. That's what we're doing tonight.
You already
I agree.
you
I
already
agree.
did
Definitely.
touched by Tommy section.
My question
We've all
would
been
be
touched by-
Jacob, who?
Okay, 10 minutes on touched by Tommy, and then I'm out of here. I swear to God.
Okay, I've been touched by Tommy. I've seen the light. If you've ever seen the movie Ghost, he is our
Oh,
Patrick
shit.
Swayze. We are Demi Moore. He is
Jacob,
the shirtless
why?
ghost.
What's it called? TJ, why did you allow this?
I don't know.
I don't know
man.
why you allowed it. I would have just kept going.
Did we pause the timer?
You
or
know
we
how
still-
he
the
is. You
timer's
know
still
how he
running
is
right
with
now?
Thomas Frank. It's like a ticking time bomb. You just can't allow it to go off.
You can keep going. You can keep going, Jacob, but as soon as you get thrown in jail, I'm ending the stream.
Okay, so basically, he's Patrick Swayze, R.I.P. Patrick Swayze in real life, R.I.P. Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost. But he's going to come up from behind us with no shirt, and he's going to help us mold these clays, these pieces of clays. We're Demi Moore. If you watch the scene, Demi Moore's trying to mold the vase.
We just
can't.
lost
Keeps
20
getting-
viewers.
Keeps getting floppy and sloppy. They can all hold that. It keeps getting floppy and sloppy. All right. And then what happens is you get Patrick Swayze, our Thomas Frank, and what he's going to do is help mold these players into, like, for instance, when we sign, yeah, Ghost is elite. when we
RSM
sign,
hasn't seen it.
bro, that movie's older than everyone on this fucking panel.
It is.
But-
It is. It
But
legit
the
is.
scene.
Oh my
is
god!
iconic.
Oh my god! 1990 film.
That's
Okay,
what
it's
I
not
was
older.
saying.
It's not older. It's not older than me. Then I'm older
That's
than
my
you.
Jesus
birthday.
Christ!
I was two.
Bro.
I was 2 years old.
I was being born.
I
Yay.
wasn't born.
1990, bro.
Marshall, you look
Yeah, you
about
guys are
40. It's because
You
you're
guys
working
are
too
young.
much. All right,
Brother,
You're in
my
a
mom wasn't
corporation.
even
That's
like
that
my mom
corporate
wasn't
world,
even
dude.
old enough, bro. I think my mom was 10.
Bro, Marshall looks a year older since the last time I seen him, and you were live what yesterday?
That's what happens. No, hold up. That's what happens when you have to watch Potchball. That's what happens. One day of Potchball, you age a year.
This is what happens when you hear about
He
it.
was
let alone
he was
watch
googling
it.
Steve Cooper comps. That's what he was doing.
Bro,
Steve,
Look, all I'm gonna say is
My US manager.
Tommy has shown me the light. I'm on the train. I'm packed into the train car like a fucking wet sardine in a tin can full of sardines. And we're all in there going choo choo because we're all, you know, the train may be headed to Busan. The train may be headed to fucking nowhere, which is what I said. But, you know, it's one of those things when you're in the middle of a mob, you just get forced in there and you got to just adapt to the situation you're given. So the situation I'm given is I had a billionaire who's definitely not lying. Okay. When has a billionaire ever lied to me? First of all, he's saying we want to win the Premier League and the Champions League. And then he also puts that.
That's your bread and butter, bro. Famously.
It is our bread. Oh, I'm about to butter that bread so good this year. And this is the thing.
Jesus Christ. You know what? I can't let it go. I can't.
No, but what I'm saying is see, you're throwing. I was on the train tracks, and now what you did is you fucking.
That was generally outrageous. That was generally outrageous.
Listen. If y'all can just hang in there, all right, you'll get to the other end of this fucking utopia I'm about to show you. Once Frank gets to fucking putting them hands on you, all right. It's honestly.
What do you mean by hands, by the way? First, out of curiosity, if you don't mind.
The hands with 10 phalanges attached to it, you know, like
oh god
being. Like when I say the word touch, bro, I'm literally touching this trophy right now. I'm touching my phone when I text people. I touch my water bottle when I drink out of it. So it's y'all need to get your fucking little brain rot teeny bopping TikTok brains out of the motherfucking gutter and find Jesus. All right?
When
I say touched by Tommy, I'm not saying he's about to finger bang Tell. I'm saying he's going to turn him into the French Mbappe.
Oh my God. Isn't Tell literally still a teenager?
But you just said, you know, you've been touched by Tommy. So what ways has he touched you? Is it...
Bro, there's a song touched by an angel.
This man said, Ahmed said, point on the trophy where Tommy touched.
Yeah, man, that's all I know.
God.
I want to know.
Bro, Touched by an Angel is a movie, hilarious. I'm pretty sure. So, like, that wasn't sexualized until Family Guy. So, y'all need to get your minds out the gutter.
Is he a soul sucker? That's what we want.
What my
yo, okay, Ahmed. Yeah, man.
I didn't hear what Ahmed said, and it sounds like it was a good thing I didn't. But look, I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying this: the fact that my club, listen,
sorry, Jacob, you keep saying he's touched your soul, so I'm asking you: is he a soul sucker? That's what I want to know. Is he like divine?
Oh no,
please.
Hey, see, there was a definitive line that I was dancing on, Ahmed, and you just fucking just barrel rolled through it. What I'm gonna say is this: Mohamed Kudus' most recent bid got denied because guess what? We put in the clause. We said, "We'll
oh
give
my God, you guys
days.
are so funny. You guys took the piss.
But no, it's not taking the piss. We're so authentic now. We are matching our socks in this instance because Levy said we want to win the Premier League and the Champions League, and West Ham said, well, we want fucking $12 million on this. And we said, all right, we'll do it in bonuses if we win the Champions League or the Premier League. How about that? And they basically said, go fuck yourself. But
that's what I'm saying.
The fact is that my club is like so
is delusional. Is delusional is the word. Delusional.
No. Francophiles. We're Francophiles.
I think he was. I'm not gonna lie. Nah. I'm not gonna lie with those. I feel like Levy's playing 4D chess, bro, because he knows you guys are gonna get nowhere near those. So it's like money that we actually aren't gonna have to end up paying.
You know, that's actually crazy. You call yourself a Francophile because isn't Tell France and Francophile actually means you like French people?
I don't know, but
and you just said Tom. And you just said Tommy touched him.
Well, he will. He hasn't yet because he hasn't reported into Hotspur Way. The only players that we have video form of him touching thus far is Pedro Porro, Vuskovic.
Jesus.
And
it sounds like we're building a case against Thomas Frank to take to court. Like this. Like,
I'm gonna make a shirt that says #touched by Tommy.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Please do.
Yeah, please don't. Actually.
Have you ever done and you're like, have you ever listened to a song and you're like, this has touched my soul? Just if you haven't, then you're probably listening to Marshall's band on a Friday night.
Chat, right? Where are you? Get me out of this conversation.
Oh my God.
On that note, we are
crazy.
Pick up, go and subscribe.
He's such an asshole, Jacob.
Bro, you look like a grumpy
Marshall was
boss at
quiet
Home
the whole
Depot.
time.
Drop that trophy.
Marshall was quiet the whole time, and he caught the harshest strike.
Crazy.
Go subscribe to everybody
Marshall
on the
didn't
channel.
deserve that. Nah, Marshall didn't deserve that, man.
No, he didn't.
That was
Hashtag justice for Marshall.
Stream
Justice
his
for Marshall.
shit. That's what I'm saying. I stream his
RSM
shit.
TV,
That's what
RSM09,
friends
Sir.
Jacob Wallraven Uncensored.
That was deep. That was deep, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Corey, AFC, and of course the Bridge.
Speaking of deep,
Nation.
if I could just finalize my point.
No,
here.
no. And then TJ, and then TJ just
and subscribe
play the
to
clip.
Gator
Play the
Games.
clip.
Go
You don't
deeper.
have the answers.
Go
Share,
deeper.
subscribe. I'm out of here. Oh my god, I won't have a channel.
No, you're not God. You don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, Connor. You don't have the answers. Let's just say that. You don't have the answers.